everyone, I'm Jacob. I play Tithla. She's a ranger. Tithla's in Barovia because she's tagged along with some friends and somebody needs to look after them.
Hi, I'm Haz, and I'm playing the character of Theodore, Satyr, Circle of the Moon Druid, whose main motivation is to find a good revel and turn into a giant angry fey bear to protect his friends, particularly his best bud Tithla.
Hello, I'm Josh, and I shall be playing Killian Maxwell, a elf celestial warlock who has been travelling around Barovia for a little while and has joined up with the Tempest Guild to try and find his place.
G'day, my name's Tom. I'm playing Jonor, the Aasimar divination wizard. He is here to find the best and the worst of this world, and he's doing it with a bit of naivety and optimism.
Hello, I am Raph, and I'm playing Styx, who is a Gloomforged Paladin, on the journey of rediscovering themselves, quite literally, in the land of Barovia.
And I'm Owen, the Dungeon Master of our Curse of Strahd 5th edition campaign. A warning, gentle viewer. Curse of Strahd is a horror-themed Dungeons & Dragons campaign, which means you may hear adult language or adult themes throughout this episode. Hello. Welcome back, everybody. It is wonderful to see all of you again. As Jacob has for a moment, Jacob's webcam just dropped like a meter, and I was a bit worried where that was going, but it was to show off his Christmas shirt. Thank you, Jacob, for showing off your Christmas shirt. It is our Curse of Blinsky Christmas special. We are very, very excited. There are some of us who are more excited than others. Some of us have really
Some of us like fun.
Some of us have really gone all out for the for the costume tonight. Jacob looks excellent. Tom has aged.
And I'm also dressed up.
He's also dressed up. Tom has aged considerably since we last checked in. Tom, you doing okay? It's been a long year, hasn't it?
Yeah, real Christmas beard these days. A lot of stress, you know. That's right.
Yeah.
Still white now.
I think for me the most concerning part is the fact that it's not attached to your face symmetrically. Like, that's some pretty horrific aging that's occurred where the beard is almost angled slightly.
Yeah, I'll just lose the webcam for today just to save everyone the other.
No, I want you to keep it on, please. I'm quite enjoying it. It's very distracting for me. Just watching the beard pop up
I
and
should
down.
move it around to drink, honestly.
It's awesome.
It's pretty rude of you to bring up those wounds
weird
that he sustained years ago and how it deformed his face.
Yeah.
Live.
Yep.
Owen, wow.
How dare you?
Make it better.
I'm wearing a Christmas shirt that I am far too fat to wear nowadays. I don't know if this ever fit me. It definitely does not anymore. I can't even do two of the buttons up, so I'm wearing it over the top of just a nice grey shirt. We have a very special guest joining us here tonight. Our lovely psychopath gnome, Raspip, played by Andrew, is rejoining us for tonight for our Christmas special. And Josh has never actually played a session with Raspip. I think Killian has never met Raspip, so this is going to be excellent. I can't wait for this.
You heard the rumors, though, right?
The rumors got
rumors.
Yeah.
The tales.
Yeah.
Even
The
Strahd has
recount.
heard the rumors.
They're only half true. The good bits are really good, but the bad bits, they could be so much worse.
They were all toned down.
I'd also like to point out that this is a Blinsky special, so I'm going to touch all of Raspit's stuff.
Nope.
Hang on, wait, that sounds
can't-
really
nope.
wrong.
Yeah.
That's a Twitch TOS sort of thing there. That's going to be a problem.
I'd save that for another time. That's for our D&D After Dark, our D&D AD. We are going to be jumping into the session very, very shortly. I do have a couple of quick announcements. Obviously, this is our last Curse of Strahd session before the holiday period. We will be away for the next 2 weeks. Have a wonderful Christmas and holiday in the meantime. Don't panic, though. There's still going to be stuff coming out the whole time we're away. I have some Nautica Below Zero episodes dropping all over the Christmas period that should tide you over. I'm also going to try and gather together a few other episodes. There's been a couple of big updates to Synergy, which is one of those really fun colony survival city builder games we've been enjoying. That's the sci-fi one that's very much based on like the artist Mobius. It's really cool. Big updates have come to that, so I'm going to jump in and do a little bit of a playthrough of that as well. And there's also some really shit Christmas VR games. I'm tempted to purchase a few of them, put on the headset, and just fuck myself up in really bad Christmas VR games. So if they come out on Christmas Day, I managed to get it all working and recorded properly. If they don't, then there was some horrific errors I couldn't get past, possibly me throwing up from motion sickness. We'll have to see. So that is going to be the the bulk of the announcements. The only other fun announcement I have is a massive thank you to everyone who's been watching the D&D Lego build. Both the time lapse, which is only like 9 minutes long, and then the full build, which is 9 hours long, are both up on YouTube. Yep, it was a challenge to edit 9 hours worth of footage. Adobe really didn't want to do it. I had to make some significant changes to the files, do some workarounds to get Adobe to even cache the raw video formats. It was about 80 gigabytes by the end of it of footage. So yes.
Oh, and it probably would have worked a bit better if you weren't doing 4K just on your feet. Like if you probably kind of just balance that
So
out
much
a little
footage, hey?
Yeah, the footage, yes.
Yeah, you got me. I was expecting that. Yeah, look, in all honesty, I probably shouldn't have recorded at the high quality that I did. I just wanted to make sure you got the individual hairs on my toes. I wanted to make sure that it was in full HD. Oh, Jesus Christ. For podcast listeners, Jacob licked his lips with a bit of, well, and it's funny because it's an ASMR video.
You heard that sound.
Jacob added a bit of ASMR back in for us right here. Yeah, the full 9 hour video is up. It is designed so that you can watch it if you like, but it's also got a little bit of gentle music in the background. I talk nice and quietly with the gentle clicky clack of Legos. And if you need help getting to sleep, I know during the Christmas period it can be a bit stressful. Hopefully this can help you de-stress. If you put it on, it can help you get to sleep. I listened to it last night to get to sleep. It's hard to get over how much I hate the sound of my own voice, but once I got past that, I fell asleep. It was a lovely night's sleep. It was fantastic. So yeah, both of those videos are up. They're ready to rock and roll. Please enjoy. If you like that kind of content, let me know. I had a real blast building all the Lego. It was so much fun. So I'm more than happy to do some more Lego builds. I've actually had an idea of how I could do a better setup for the next time as well, with a couple of different tripods and the way it's going to all be managed. So if you really like it, let me know and I'll do another one. There's a couple of really cool like medieval style D&D sets. There's a medieval tavern, which looks awesome, that I think would fit really well with the D&D set. So let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments below the video so that I can easily track it. Awesome. I think that's the only fun announcements I have to share. Oh, Raph can't join us tonight. Raph unfortunately called up. He's got a 24-hour bug. He's been really sick today, so unfortunately can't make it. He is absolutely devastated. Hopefully he's feeling a bit better. The last time we checked in was around lunchtime and he was feeling pretty rotten. So he might be joining us a little bit later, but I'd say he's out for the session, unfortunately. He went camping this weekend, and for those of you who are familiar with Brisbane weather, this weekend was fucking storming. I know for a fact he spent most of that camping trip with as much water in the tent as there was outside the tent. He was having an aquatic camping holiday, so I'm not surprised he's caught something from that. Poor guy. Awesome. Well, let's do.
I'm sure most people are aware that the weather in Brisbane wasn't great because the cricket test match between Australia and India has been mostly washed out the last 3 days. So I know everyone's really tracking that nice and close. Yep. So yeah, you're fully across that, fully aware of.
Yeah, no, I normally sum that up with sports ball not happen, and normally that covers it. So you're right, sports ball not happen. Too wet for sports ball.
Yeah. With cricket, when it's not on, you can say batting off.
Batting off is good too. Yep, that's true. That's very true.
All day batting off.
The whole day.
There is no need for a full recap. This is a non-canon Curse of Blinsky. He's still going. This is a non-canon Curse of Blinsky Christmas special. I think, actually. It's still going. I'm gonna have to mute both of them. It's a real problem having both of them on at the same time. There's no need for a recap. The Curse of Blinskys are all just a lot of fun and non-canon. This is a Christmas style special, so without any further ado, let's jump straight into the session. The first thing you feel is the cold. A chill across your skin, pushing through the layers of your skin clothes. You feel the cold deep within you. The next sensation is the wind across your skin. Gentlest touch of snowflakes, melting as they strike the warmth of your face, your eyes, catching on your eyelids and on your hair. As you open your eyes and look around, for a moment all you see is white, blinding, glaring as sun reflects off the snow all around you. And as your vision swims into view, as you blink against the bright white light all around you, you begin to make out shapes through the snow. Buildings rising from the ground in front of you, a town. You appear to be standing at the gates as you look behind you, you can see trees covered in snow, blanketed in a thick carpet of the white powdery substance. A cobbled road, half buried in a fallen snowdrift. And broken glass around your feet. Looking into the town, it's white, covered in a layer of the thick snow. But warm light appears to be coming from the windows of a large structure right in front of you, about 20-30 feet inside the town. What once was probably a church but has been converted into some sort of boarding house or tavern. Warm light spills from the windows, and as you blink through the snow falling all around you, you see a figure standing on the steps leading up towards the front door. Once again, you appear to be toy versions of yourselves, but unlike the last few times this has happened, your toy versions are far more sophisticated. Articulated joints, polished and painted surfaces, and what's more, the sensations of cold, the sensations of the wind, you feel far more acutely. As you look around, catching one another's eyes, you realize another guest is with you. A diminutive figure, half buried in the snow, standing in front of you with a red cap perched atop his head, snow slowly causing the tip to fall down around his head. Raspip, this is your first experience of this particular phenomenon. The last thing you remember, you were making your way up towards Mount Bartok, set on locating the mad mage who lives atop there, when all of a sudden, snow began to pile in around you until you were covered in it. And as you clawed yourself free, you look down to find you are a toy version of yourself, surrounded by Tithla, Jonor, and Killian, toy versions of themselves as well. That is what you all see. You're muted, Andrew.
If I can just jump in with a quick fun fact for Andrew.
Yeah.
In the game, it is still the same day that Raspip left us.
Yeah. Okay.
Just a fun fact.
No. I think it has been a night.
One day.
I think
It's been 2 days.
It's been more than, it's been a couple of days.
Okay then.
Get
Sorry,
your facts right. Jeez.
I'm pretty confident, but I don't care to argue with you on this, our Christmas episode, the time of joyous laughter.
Raspip,
Keep that in mind.
Raspip realizes that he's a toy and immediately shoves his hands down his pants to see whether or not he's packing a Ken or a Barbie.
As you try to put your
Pull out
hands
two
down your
toys.
pants, it's even worse, Raspip. You're not wearing pants. They're painted onto the wooden. They're painted onto your wooden legs. Your whole torso, your lower abdomen is all just painted wood.
Jesus Christ.
As you look at your fingers, they're tiny
Yeah, it's
articulated wood.
Christmas time. That's how that goes.
No, there is not a thing in this world.
What?
And it's perfect. As you look around and see Raspip.
Have you lost something? What's down there? You caught in there? You can't? What's going
There's
on?
nothing there.
Not you guys again. Why is it always you?
You're welcome to go. It's okay.
At the mention of
Raspip
Raspip,
immediately would like to have a look around and see whether or not he can in fact go.
Yeah, Raspip, you're standing at the town gates leading into this beautiful snow-covered town. This is very clearly not the Barovia you remember. The buildings here are far more well-made. There's not this sense of age and decay. The town itself is well lit. In fact, the more you're looking around, the more you start to realize there are these glowing lights strung between various sections. In fact, right above you, there's a series of glowing, multicolored lights hanging, clearly powered by magic. Raspip. As a sorcerer, you immediately know that this is some use of an enchantment spell. There's a few buildings in the town. There's the one right in front of you with a man standing on the steps. But behind you can see the road covered by a partial snowdrift heading into what looks like woods beyond. You want to make a perception check or an investigation check for me, Raspip, to see if you can spot anything else in the distance.
Sure.
as I hear Raspip's name and hear Raspip's voice, the whole Metal Gear Solid exclamation point comes up above Killian's head. And I'm like, try and duck down.
10, Owen.
10. Raspip, as you look around, there's something in the distance behind you. It looks like it's hard to see through the snow that's falling on the light breeze, but I mean, down the pathway away from the village as you go away, you can see what looks like some sort of whitish, bluish kind of figure in the mists. Maybe some sort of wall or something far away.
Raspip immediately turns away from the rest of the party and out of frustration, knowing that he's been caught up in some other bullshit with you guys yet again, immediately lets off a string of eldritch blasts into the distance, aiming towards the wall that you're pointing at.
Raspip, would you like to roll me... do you want to say 2 attacks? 3 attacks?
Sure.
What I might do, because you're rolling in D&D Beyond, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Easy done. That's okay.
Apologies.
I'll just switch over the rolls so that we can see them on D&D Beyond.
These are all absolutely atrociously bad.
Easy enough.
A 9, a 13, and a 24.
We'll take the 24. 9 and 13, not much happens as you let loose with the Eldritch Blast. The energy just falls and falters and fails before it goes anywhere. You just see the Eldritch Blast, the energy just sputter out and disappear. But for the last Eldritch Blast, you watch as this beam of energy strikes something solid, and for a moment, you see the energy dissipate against this curved, almost clearish blue surface. A wall.
Can I please do an arcana check? My logic here is that Raspip is a pretty trigger-happy dude, and he's fired off a lot of Eldritch Blasts at a lot of things, and he would like to try and identify what it is that he's just hit.
Yeah, for sure. It's almost like Raspip's version of echolocation. Rather than sound, he uses Eldritch Blasts to identify objects around him.
17, Owen.
17. Raspip, as you examine the surrounding area, there's a lot of materials you've hit with Eldritch Blast. Some are very satisfying. Glass? Glass shatters and breaks. The force damage causes it to splinter. And you can get these beautiful patterns with Eldritch Blast when you shoot it into glass from a close enough distance and with enough force. This didn't shatter. This seems like some sort of magically infused material, but it looks and sounds like glass. As you listen, you hear and feel the reverberation of your Eldritch Blast striking the surface. It's almost like some sort of massive glass wall, about 100 feet in the distance, heading out towards the woods and the snow.
Now that Raspip knows what's there, he's going to let off another 2 Eldritch Blasts at it, specifically targeting that thing.
While Raspip's doing that, Tithla, Jonor, Killian, what are the 3 of you doing?
The reaction would have been, "We'll settle down there, Raspip. We've got a bit of a... We seem to be finding ourselves in another weird scenario. You don't want to piss off some of the folk around here. We've come across Strahd and many other things. Just settle down a little bit, all right?"
Yeah, because last time there was this real bad dude here who, like, we kind of had to fight, and I kind of fucked up real easy at the start. What was his name? Raspip. That was his name.
You've got no idea what he's talking about.
So, yeah.
Tithla, I'm actually going to point something out. You did fight a toy version of Raspip last time you saw him, but as you look, this is very different. The toy version of Raspip that you saw was far more mechanical. It had these glowing red eyes. This version of Raspip seems much more like you, much more handcrafted.
That other version seemed pretty advanced.
Yeah.
It was like super mechanical, and I assume
kind of clicky, wasn't it?
Are more advanced.
That's a good question. How does Raspip feel about someone not touching his stuff but touching his identity, stealing it?
Raspip did have his identity stolen at one point.
Was it by Raspip?
Well, yeah.
The original Raspip died 200 years ago. He was murdered by Raspip.
Yeah.
Raspip is the stolen identity.
I cannot wait till Raspip gets to the sort of levels where he can start casting simulacrums of himself.
He's not a wizard, though. He's a sorcerer. I guess. Do sorcerers get access to simulacrum? I don't think they do they?
They might get it, I don't know. Possibly.
Maybe.
Oh, well. Can't do it then. Never mind.
Shame.
Yeah.
Raspip, what were your rolls?
I rolled a 22 and a 14.
14 doesn't seem to do too much. 22, as the Eldritch Blast strikes the glass again, you see this dissipation of the energy. Raspip, with your Arcana of 17, all of the energy you're putting into this it's just being absorbed and redirected by this. This is very similar to something like a wall of force or a Learman's tiny hut. This magical dome, this barrier that protects and dissipates energy that's fired against it. You would have to really be here for quite a while, unleashing a lot of magic to even scratch this thing. And you're not 100% sure, depending on who casts this and what the kind of magic powering it is, you might not be able to break this dome. This might be beyond you.
Does it appear to be a dome that's sort of trapping us in?
As you look at the wall and trace it up, with a few more Eldritch Blasts, you see the energy dissipate. It does appear to stretch up all the way into the sky above the clouds.
Well, looks like you guys have got us stuck in a tricky situation yet again. Here I am to save the day, but we'll see how we go.
We've all missed Raspip, I can tell.
Do you think you could help us then and not turn on us and betray us? I know it's a lot to ask for.
From my understanding, it was you guys that betrayed me last time. I've heard some of the rumors that you guys have been spreading about me.
Rumors?
No, that's not happening. We've no spreading rumors. Don't worry about
I don't think there were any rumors spread. I think we told some people what happened. I don't think there were any rumors.
I was told they were facts.
Were all of the things that you shared the truth?
What's true right now is we're stuck in this kind of weird town, and usually belly of the beast is the way to emerge from the depth. So let's just gloss over that one. And this tavern. What do we think?
Why are you acting kind of shifty?
Well, I'm trying to get out of this place.
You're just nervous about the place. I understand. Me too.
Yeah. That's okay. Raspip, we can put it aside, right? Just don't worry about those words. Let's get to the town.
Yes, I'm known for letting things go and being the bigger man. He says all of 4'1" of him.
That's great. Tithla says, looking you eye to eye.
For Killian's benefit as well, Raspip carries with him a staff that is very unique. Unlike a normal wizard staff, this staff has a series of branches coming off at various intervals that almost look like a ladder that he can climb. And I'd say probably at this point, with the snow piling up around him, Raspip has climbed up and is currently seated on his staff, on the upper branch of the staff.
Think of it like a spiral. It's like a spiral staircase almost around a center branch.
Yeah.
And because it's a toy, does it also act as a pogo stick?
Ooh, we'll have to see.
Even when he's not a toy, in fairness, it could probably act as a pogo stick.
That's very true. As you look through the snow, with the snow starting to fall even heavier around you, you can see the figure standing on the steps, sort of squinting through the snow, looking at you. And you watch as it does a double take and then waves frantically to you. And as a brief flurry of snow rushes across the wind, dissipating and displacing it for a moment, you see Ismark standing there. Flesh and blood, Ismark.
Hi. What's going on?
I mean, you call that out across the gap with the snow muffling noise. You watch as the figure sort of looks, holds his hand up for a moment, leans forward, and then you hear a voice calling out muffled.
Oh, is it you guys? It's us. Maybe I can hear it. Come closer.
You watch
I think we might need to get a little bit closer, and I'll go to take a step forward.
I can hear you just fine, Killian.
Buckle a bit because my legs feel a bit weird. I think it makes perfect sense considering the fact that I'm the only elf in the group that I look like an elf on the shelf. Although I'm more of a...
Except you're a half elf, so it's half an elf on the shelf.
I'm half elf on the shelf. Well, let's go bottom half. But I look more like a Woody toy from Toy Story, and I've got like a cowboy sort of aesthetic to it with the elf ears and the hat and things. And for some reason, I'm wearing the Luther edition.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it looks like someone's gotten you and Luther a bit mixed up and has like drawn some of Luther's clothing on Killian. Someone, Foxtrot's just pointed out in chat a very valid thing we need to address. If Raspip's toy version can balance on his stick, that means he must have some sort of like hole or something that allows placement. It's pretty funny. It's a good point. He would need to have a piece.
I mean, every time you sit on it, you now have to go, ooh.
You don't have to, but you can.
I can balance up this, surely.
You're a toy version. This is designed for, like, as you look at yourselves, like, as you look around,
Magnets would have been a better argument.
Magnets would have been a better argument, but we're not going with magnets. This is hand carved by Blinsky.
It's a shame.
He can't hand carve magnets.
Is Raspip, and this might be a reference that you might not all get, but is Raspip a Polly Pocket?
You're right, we don't get it.
No, I don't get that, sorry.
Has anybody seen Toy Story 3?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Or four, with the little police officer that sort of runs around all over the place and has their own little house. Yeah. Are you one of those?
I mean, it could be, yeah.
That checks out. As you all move up towards Ismark, as you crunch across the freshly fallen snow, the cobblestones underneath your feet lightly dusted, not enough to be slippery. The snow is dry and solid. It's been cold enough to prevent the snow melting and refreezing. And as you march across the square, I'm going to bring everyone across to the map so that we can all enjoy the Christmas cheer.
It looks great. Anyone who's listening and hasn't seen it, come and have a quick squiz. The maps look awesome.
This is a new style of map we're trying out tonight. See how it goes. As you begin to move forwards, you can see Ismark. It appears to be flesh and blood, but there's a tag attached to his neck with a little section of writing scrawled across it.
Up and grabs it. And she's like, "What's this?"
As you grab it and look at it, you can see it says Ismark, and then someone has written Ed down. It reads Ismarked down as you look at it.
Are you okay? You feeling okay?
Tithla, it's good to see you all again. How have you all been?
A bit tough or a bit sad at the moment? You're a bit down?
Oh, the tag on my back. I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah, the tag. I assume it was an indicator of your current mental state.
It just says my name is marked down.
That's not your name.
Pretty sure it is.
Pretty sure it's not. I don't know why you're coming at me with the attitude.
Well, what's my name then, Tithla?
Ismark.
No, that's not. My full name is marked down.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I'm sorry. I never asked what your full name was before. I'm so sorry.
It's good to see you all again, and I'm not sure if we've met before. As he holds out a hand.
This is Dracob.
He doesn't look at Dracob.
Dracob's bigger now.
As he looks over towards you, Raspip, you can see a young man, probably in his mid to late 20s. He's got this dirty greyish blonde hair done up around. You can see that it's been gently covered in snow. Dressed in very, very nice, fine, almost nobleman clothes, with a warm cloak wrapped around him. And as he holds out a hand to shake your hand, you can see seams around the skin on his hands and then underneath his arm leading up to his shoulder. And as you look a bit closer, Tithla, Jonor, and Killian, you can see that this looks like a real version of Ismark, but he still has the same articulated joints of the toys that you've seen before. This seems to be a much more advanced version of the Ismark toy, and you recall, like a memory resurfacing, the room you saw the last time you had one of these experiences. A room filled with these vials of very lifelike toys floating in them. As Ismark holds out his hands to shake your hand, Raspip, he goes, I'm Ismarked down. Nice to meet you. Are you with this lot?
Usually things that are marked down are a little bit unwanted, and I'd prefer not to shake your hand if that's all right. Don't want to catch it.
He watches Ismarked down, sort of nods and goes, "No, look, I understand. We had another toy in here talking about the worst shelf. Yeah, I don't think I'm marked down for. I mean, it's just my name is marked down. We don't need to read into it any further than that."
You can choose not to read in it if you want, but I think we all know what it means. You're just a little bit delusional, that's all.
Oh, that's pretty ferocious. No need to be throwing little shadows around there, hey?
I mean, look at the seams. You can see them. They're right there. They're clearly visible. It's obviously not quality craftsmanship.
Sorry, have you looked at yourself as he looks at you, Raspip, with your open articulated joints carved from wood? If anyone should be marked down, it should be you. Look at you. I can see your inner workings. Disgusting. And look, I bet you don't even have real pants on. And he watches, he pulls down his pants, then pulls them back up again.
Well, I don't have the option of removing my modesty. My modesty is perfectly intact at all times.
I
Is it
think you
because
mean it was
there's-
removed for you.
Yeah, sounds like there's nothing there to brag about. That's what I'm hearing. It's
Okay.
good to see all of you again. I was
There's
worried
no-
about you.
What would he be bragging about?
Exactly.
Anyway,
Haven't
I don't.
exactly. No, exactly. Tithla.
No, I don't
What would he
understand.
be bragging about? It's just painted on. It's good to
What's
see
painted on?
his pants. It's good to see all of you again. It's been some time. I was worrying we hadn't seen you. You've just woken up, I
feel
take
like
it?
it's been either 2 months or like 15 seconds.
Oh, your vials have been out there for much longer than that. I wonder when you'd awaken. You've been
Oh.
outside the town gates for, gosh, going on 5-6 months now. It's been a while.
Vials? What's these vials you speak of?
Oh, you didn't see them when you came in. Oh,
No.
you wouldn't. They're underneath the snowdrift. The snow's been falling. We haven't had a chance to clear them. Well, not since. We'll get to that. Why don't you come inside? It's chilly out here. We should get you
Can
inside.
Should we look
Owen,
at
can
the...
I use my medallion of thoughts to detect thoughts to determine exactly what that was that he was going to get back to
Yeah, that's probably fair.
in a little bit?
I think that's a good call. As you activate the Medallion of Thoughts, the surface level thoughts you get from Ismark immediately clear. People have been changing. For a while, the toys here were happy. Then, a couple of weeks ago, things started to change. The snow kept falling. People have been changing. Their mood, their affect, the way they talk, it's been different. Ismark's worried. He's very, very grateful that you've all woken up. He's hoping that someone called Nikolaus can explain the situation to you more inside the main building behind you.
Raspip shares all of that with the party, as well as the deep, dark secret that this guy used to wet his pants up until he was age 9.
Did you want to delve deeper into his memories to see if you could learn more?
I would like to, yes.
Okay, I'll need to make a wisdom saving throw, I believe. What's your spell save DC?
DC, it's only a DC 13.
DC 13. Let's make a roll.
But he's made out of wood, so it can't be that good.
21. As you go to delve deeper, Raspip, you find your mind enclosed in a vice-like grip as Ismark Down's attention turns towards you and ejects you forcefully from his thoughts, from his surface mind.
Ismark, did you leave something outside? What's the abrupt stopping of the...
Look, it's probably best that Nikolaus explains the situation. He's got a better understanding of this than I do, but something's happened here. I'm really grateful that you've all woken up. Something's wrong. This town, it's changed. The toys in it are all different. I was planning on cracking open your cases myself if this went on much longer, hoping to awaken you, but now that you're up, I think it's time that you come speak to Nikolaus. He can explain it better than I can.
Okey-dokey. When you say, just to sort of go back a little bit in the conversation, when you say worst toy on the shelf, wouldn't happen to be somebody called Steve, would it?
Rather short fellow. Hat. Rather annoying voice. Speaks as
No,
if
that's
he's...
Raspip.
Yeah, I was going to say, we all just point to Raspip.
That's this guy.
No,
Your
not...
annoying hat.
No. Like
Does
a...
not shut up.
Like a, I guess like a, what would you call it? Some sort of like a brimmed
Gnome?
hat. No. He's not a gnome, like a
Some sort of
human.
complex.
I think a human.
Raspip immediately starts preparing a fireball, but just like not quite doing anything with it yet.
Raspip,
But
you
just
watch
like,
as a
I don't
little
think
section of
Tithla
your hand
notices.
opens up, and you see these two little sparks be going tick, 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 like a lighter embedded in your hand as the toy version of yourself tries to prepare to cast fireball.
He's kind of got this complex. Tithla does not notice. Where his size is kind of.
No.
factors into
He talked like he was constantly. I had like
Yes.
exclamation marks at the end of everything he said.
Yes, that's him.
that is not me.
No, No, I maybe his name was Steve. We didn't talk very much. He wasn't here very long. He came straight inside and spoke to Nicholas immediately.
He Manus?
Oh, He-Manus. No, he's just over in the blacksmith's forge. He's not too far. If you need to go visit He-Manus, you can speak with He-Manus. No, he's not too far away. I checked in with him a day or two ago. He seemed well. I don't think he's been affected by whatever this is.
I feel for the audience that we might need to go speak to him at some point.
Oh, don't worry. You need to speak to He-Manus.
Why don't we ignore He-Manus and just go straight to Nikolaus? Spelt Laous.
Just Nickklaus. Niklaus.
Nickolaus.
He's gone. As you head up the steps, as Ismarked down leads you through the building, I'm going to let's see if this works. Hopefully this works perfectly. Fuck yeah.
Hey, look at that.
Oh, this is nice. As you head inside the building. I'm so happy with this. This is I'm trying a new style of map where we have both an above and hidden version. Massive thank you to 2 Minute Tabletop who have all of these assets and maps created. It's very, very handy.
Again, I would say come and check it out. Owen, before we went live, said, how do you like the maps? I hope you like it, but it is a lot more work. So come and have a squiz.
It is a fair bit more work. As you head inside the building, you are immediately struck by a few different figures, one of whom you recognize, 4 of whom you don't. Entering into the building, the warm glow of the candles and firelight within immediately banishes the chill from your bones. The warmth inside this building, steam erupts as you open the doors and head inside. Hovering just within the first 10 feet as you enter inside is a skull lit by this flaming green fire. And as you watch it hovering in place, you watch as it turns around, sees you all enter, goes, welcome, welcome. As it sort of just bobs in place, looks around and goes, Ismark down, you bring friends. Yes, Godric, some people to speak to Nicholas. Good. Uh-oh. I sense a wizard amongst you. As the skull starts moving around, bobbing to and fro.
Not just a wizard. I'm also Aasimar. Did you pick up that one already, or?
I care not for your feathered backside, but your magical prowess. Now that is something Godric could be interested in. As the skull.
If you're really well aligned, you should also care about the wings, because there's an interesting story of the heritage there. And sorry, go on. What do you need to know about the wizardry?
Might you be in need of a familiar?
I have a few. I'm intrigued. Do go on.
Wow.
Hang on. Isn't the little one you're familiar already?
Which little one? Oh, you're not talking to me.
I'm going to point to Tithla.
Hi.
I think Tithla is a just well-accepted, equal member of this party. Everyone choosing to willfully party together.
Well, I mean,
of
course he's equal, but just not as equal as everybody else, right?
I mean, in terms of height, maybe a touch shorter, but in might, maybe even bigger. Who knows?
Yeah, no, we did struggle with that early on, but I did manage to secure my freedom. There was some bartering that it was attempting to occur, but we ended that.
Tithla, you go to say that, but instead what comes out of your mouth is, it was a scholarship. Jonor kindly offered to sponsor me to go to university.
And then he tried to buy me.
No, that doesn't. You go to say that. You know what you want to say, but it doesn't come out that way. As you go to say it again, you go, and he offered to sponsor me. Sponsor me. Sponsor me.
Help sponsor everyone.
Me.
Sponsorship.
Every time you try and say it, it's weird. Something weird's going on there.
Something.
Well, Godric. Sure, you can be my right hand skull, I suppose.
Your right head skull.
I like you already. All right, jump along. Load
Well,
along.
hold out your hand.
I mage hand, buff hand right in front of it to then transport in front of me.
The flaming skull hovering in place lands on your lands on your mage hand, and then in a moment and a flash of light, all of the fire in the room burns with the same green flame, and you watch as the skull turns towards you. This dark emerald fire burning in its empty sockets as it looks at you, looks through you, Jonor, into your core. The bargain is made, and then disappears.
Fucking knew this.
You watch as Ismark down goes, oh, that's never happened before.
Normally there's me that makes the strange pacts with things. Okay, this is weird.
And this is why Raspip doesn't shake hands anymore.
When has this happened before that you've learned that lesson?
Well, I mean, normally I'm on the other side of the bargain, but
Normally I'm
It's
the
like a
evil
learn by
entity
doing.
offering
Yeah.
power.
yeah, well, it's happened a couple times. Yeah.
Looking down the way you see a toy version of Irina looking very similar to Ismark, like cock her head and just like this surprised look on her face before realizing it's you and running over to wrap you all up in a big hug. Oh my goodness, it's so good to see you. Ismark Down was just saying he was going to head out and maybe try and crack open the files. Oh, it's so good to see you. We were worried you were never going to wake up.
Can you tell us a bit more about these vials?
All of us arrived here in these, like glass tubes. It's how we arrived here and woke up.
And like before that?
There was no before. There is only the glass vials and now.
So how did you know who we were?
Oh, that is strange.
See, Tithla can ask my questions too.
It's very insightful, Tithla. We have these memories of the past.
You watch as Toyrina sort of holds her head for a moment, and then her eyes flutter, and she looks up and goes, "My friends, it is so good to see you. I was afraid you wouldn't wake up."
I don't understand. I'm gonna do what I always do when I don't understand. And Tithla just takes 2 big steps backwards.
You just take a few steps backwards.
Just removes herself from the conversation.
It's
Well,
valid.
Irina, I can see there's an imp and some sort of gnoll behind there.
Oh, yes,
who are you hanging out
Imperfect
with?
and Dinol, yes, they are both up there. But it is Nikolaus you need to see. Come. Nikolaus has been looking forward to greeting you. He can tell you more. Standing behind a desk at the far end of the room is the oldest fucking man you've ever seen in your life. I want you to look at the picture. Look at Tom right now in his Santa getup.
Ew.
Older. The white beard is long and luxurious. His hair gathers around and merges into the beard. It is this gorgeous mane of white hair, framing his face almost like that of a tiger's mane, or a lion's mane. Around his shoulders, he wears a very heavy red robe, and you can see blues and greens of these beautiful patterns swirling across it, vines and leaves. He's currently engrossed in a very large book, and as you rush up and greet him, you can see that the book is just 2 pages. It's just an open shut. It's like a Lego book. It's just the front cover and then the middle of the book. But you can see him like tracing through, occasionally closing the book and then opening it again. And as you rush forward, you watch as he looks up and looks through these bright blue eyes, through half-moon spectacles balanced across his nose.
Oh, hello there. Oh, I wondered when you were awakening. 'Tis good to see you all. You do not know me, but I know you.
You're Nikolaus.
Oh, you do know me. Well, then
Yeah.
we all know each other, and no further introductions need to be made. It is wonderful to see all of you.
Do you know my name?
Tithla.
Oh, okay, thanks.
It's good to see you all looking so hale and hearty. But we have troubles in our tiny town here. Something has changed the minds and the hearts of the residents. We are hoping that as the newest to awaken, you will be somewhat immune to this effect. It seems those who have been here longest have fallen under this spell the fastest.
How long have you been here?
Ah, Tithla, as insightful as always. I am
really
afraid.
don't like that word.
Insightful.
Yeah, it kind of implies that people don't trust each other.
Ah, Tithla, as wise as always.
Okay, thank you.
I awoke nigh on 6 months prior. Tonight, if our calculations are correct,
As he looks down at the book again, you watch as he traces his finger across the blank page.
Can we have
will
a guy
be...
check that, maths?
Oh, no, please.
He hands over the empty book to you.
I just like throw it to the group.
I'll grab that one.
I
Go, take that
I
one.
am due to lose my cheer, to lose my spirit tonight.
That would be sad.
That's awful.
Yes, it is awful, and we must do what we can to prevent it.
Well, what can we do? I don't want you to be sad. I want you to be
I
happy.
need you to investigate the surrounding townhouses, find the other residents, the toys who linger here, sort out those who have changed from those who have not. And if you can find the reason for why they have changed, perhaps we can reverse it and prevent it.
If I'm going to be honest, I don't know that this is going to be great for me.
Why? Your tracking skills are legendary.
I can track them. I'll find them.
Exactly.
I think it's kind of a perfect team. Like, you need to get to the objective, and then there's the interrogation. So pivotal.
I'm sorry, what?
Discussion and a
Did he say
conversation
enhanced
about.
interrogation?
I believe he did.
No,
I have a bucket and a sponge ready for you.
that is
That got
that's
good real
wild.
quick.
It's just Blinsky. We can have fun with it.
Yeah, let's talk about
Let's have
Lord.
fun.
Welcome to Christmas Island.
For non-Australians who don't get why that's funny, I don't think we should
Google
explain that joke.
Google it.
It's not good.
It's not bad. Like you can check it out on Wikipedia.
Oh yeah,
It's fine.
it just doesn't make us look good as a nation. It's not
Yeah,
our
it's
proudest
not-
thing.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you try to not talk about in history class because it's not fun.
Oh, well, Jonor, I apologize. I interrupted you. What were you saying?
Well, you mentioned that they've changed, and in what way? How would you know if someone has changed or not? Do they lose their cheer as well, or
Yes.
they've lost
They-
spirit?
Yes, oh yes, they act like their emotions have vanished.
And as he says this, you watch as he takes a little bit of glitter out of his pocket and goes, throws the glitter in the air as it slowly trickles down.
Oh,
So what do you want us to do to these people if their emotions have disappeared?
Oh, we'll try not to get into any trouble, but some of them have been rather aggressive. If you need to defend yourselves, try to incapacitate them as best you can. And if we can reverse this effect, we should try to, but if they are permanently changed or replaced, we shall need to evict them from the town. And life.
Can I
Mostly
please
life.
do a perception? Can I please do a perception check to see anybody in this room that's not showing emotion?
That's probably more of an insight check, but perception or
Insight
insight, I'll
check,
give you
I'm fine with
different
as well.
things depending on which one you roll.
All right, let's do insight.
It's my favorite moment of Curse of Blinsky when they're trying to figure out what it is we're doing in the Blinsky.
When do we get to shoot arrows?
Whenever you find someone who's aggressive.
Raspip.
I found him.
Scored a 5, so he, yeah.
Raspip,
No.
as you look around, you're feeling strangely emotional about this. Not emotional, emotional about this.
Yeah.
You find yourself not really giving a shit. And in that
Raspip
moment you go,
He immediately puts on one of these.
for podcast listeners, a creepy forced smile. The one that you give to your boss when they're telling you that you're going to need to do a whole lot more work because they've just made your manager redundant. Not speaking from personal experience. As you give them that forced smile.
Oh, and you must be quick. The hour grows late.
Can I cast Detect Magic, please?
Yeah, of course you can. As you cast Detect Magic, yeah, the imp that's currently reading through this long scroll, the imp is currently surrounded in illusion magic as it works away. And as the imp looks up and turns towards you, Yeah, Raspip, there's powerful illusion magic on this imp. Not that powerful. Moderately powerful illusion magic. I've got to speak as Raspip. Raspip, there's really fucking weak-ass illusion magic on this imp. Like, you could do way better.
It's almost embarrassing that I didn't see it before.
Oh, mate. It was so weak, you couldn't even notice it.
Yeah.
You had to cast a spell to be able to even, like, summon the magic to say it's just weak-ass.
Nicolaus's book, his little 2-page book.
Nah, there's no magic on that at all.
with that?
Nah, it's bog standard. Yeah, nothing interesting.
Fair enough.
The imp turns towards you, gives you a nod, noticing your look over towards it, and goes back to its long scroll.
I take it that this what's happening with the people who have been here longer will have some serious imp locations.
You hear a cackle from the imp. Very nice, very nice. An imperfect pun.
I think I've got some suspects on people that are being weird.
Already? My, you work quickly, Tithla.
I don't know if it's different to normal, but they're weird.
Share them quickly. Time is of the essence.
Your imp is weird.
Imperfect? He's always been like that. No, that's... I'm afraid he only woke up a week or two ago. He should be impervious to the effects of the spell for at least another few months.
Impervious.
Exactly. You watch as the imp... Sorry, I can't resist throwing in puns with imp on this one. I'm so sorry.
Okay, can I track something? Because I don't really know what else to do.
Yes, we
I
should.
need to be pointed at something.
Quick, outside those doors you will find the town. Travel around, see if you can find the source of this change that's come across us all before it's too late, Tithla.
Okay, tally ho!
Tithla just starts to
lead the way.
Perfect.
Just kind of backs out nervously and then walks out the doors.
Is Nicolaus a toy?
Yes, he is. Yeah, but not as fancy a model as Arena and Toy Arena and is marked down. Nicolaus seems to be a wooden toy, very similar to yourselves. As you all head outside, is marked down, pats you on the back, Killian, as you walk out the door. Good luck. I hope you find out what's happening. Toy Arena and I will keep the place safe. So if you need help, just call.
All right. Tithla's going to try and find some tracks.
Alrighty. Tithla, nice. Could you make me a survival check, please?
I would love to. That's a 23.
23. Tithla, as you begin looking around...
Ideally not our tracks from the front gate.
As you begin examining the pathways around, you begin looking around, you can see there are a number of tracks heading back towards the front gate. These are your tracks. There are other tracks around you, though. It looks like there are a set of big booted footprints heading over towards the southeast of where you are, over towards the small bridge that crosses that very tiny drainage pipe. And over towards the southeast, there are a number of tiny little boot prints, even smaller than Raspip's, heading that direction. Paw prints, but from maybe two large cats moving one after the other, this doesn't make any sense. A large cat with 6 legs moving towards the northwest of where you are. And towards the northeast, there's drag marks, as if something heavy was dragged in that direction.
Well, you got boot marks, drag marks, cat marks. What do you want to follow?
I don't think cats can lose their jolliness. They're sort of not.
Oh, the cats have 6 feet.
Ooh, each cat has 6 feet.
Yep.
Or like a human, like 2 3-legged cats.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Tithla, that's not possible. The way they've kind of fallen, it's either 2 cats walking with like perfectly putting one set of paws into the other, or a cat with 6 legs. You got 23. You're very good at this. Survival's your thing.
Don't be silly. It's not 3 legs, okay?
Yeah. Tithla, how dare they question you?
Oh. You know what?
Well,
Would you like to track?
No, I was just trying to understand. So we've got cats which are kind of amoral, and then
there's 6 feet per the cat, or it's maybe some sort of side by side, whereas sand people walk single file.
Oh,
Rest
okay.
Behind
They're
their
following.
numbers.
Raspip immediately starts walking towards the drag marks.
I didn't point them out to you, you fool. I just...
Raspip waits patiently.
Which one
Raspip
would you
holds
like
his
to
bucket
follow?
and sponge patiently.
The boots are big, and then they get small like Raspip, and then smaller again. The drag, that's probably the least peculiar out of them all. It's just drag marks.
But if someone being dragged, then that seems suspicious. So I think that's probably the hottest trail.
Okay. Follow me.
Oh, lead the
Point
way.
out to Raspip, knowing that he's a sociopath, and we'll follow it instantly.
Perfect.
Raspip,
So
you see it here? It goes off that way.
So you want to follow the drag marks, hey?
Yeah, we want to go up and to the right.
Perfect. Easy done. Oh, big sneezing coming. No. Yep.
Bless you.
Oh, that was a dad sneeze. I just got to the mute button in time. Your eardrums are welcome. I've
Does
been
that
doing
mean
more
you
and
have
more.
boogers in your shirt right now?
No, it's just a loud sneeze. I thought a dad sneeze was just where it was like really loud. I didn't think it was because it was productive.
I don't know. That's what
I've always
volume.
classified a dad sneeze as a loud sneeze, not necessarily a more productive one. And I've started doing louder and louder sneezes as I get older. As I'm imminently approaching my 31st birthday in January, I get the sense it's going to go up another 30, 40 decibels easily.
You know, that makes sense why you've got the shirt and the undershirt going on. That's a dad thing.
That's
a
because I'm
dad
too
vibe
fat for
right
the shirt
there.
buttoned up. I need the help. Otherwise, I'd be nipples out for tonight. As you make your way,
No, you'd put some band-aids across them in a little cross.
I wouldn't deprive you. There's no need. I'm hairy enough that they would not work anyway. As you make your way towards the
The
north,
nipples wouldn't work?
Okay.
the band-aids wouldn't work. Yes, in 4K. As you make your way towards the northwest,
Yeah, but
you
only
pass-
focused on the feet.
only focus on the feet. As you make your way towards the northeast, passing by what looks like an enormous blacksmiths. You can see there's a large crane set into the roof. Currently hauling a massive crate, frozen. The cabling, the gears underneath, the rope has been covered in a layer of snow and ice and frozen in place. And the sounds of a forge, the sound of a large bellows pumping can be heard. And as you pass, yep.
Uh-oh. This is the forge.
Yes, we said we were going to skip this, didn't we?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. The drag marks don't lead in here, do they?
As you can see, the drag marks lead up just past the forge into the building.
Well, we know
towards
this
the
is
north.
okay. Sorry. I just started talking before I knew where they went.
Look, we're used to that, Tithla, okay?
Where do they go? Do they go into Humanus or not? Shit, he's not answering because he already said it. Loophole. Chat, help me out. No one's helping. You asshole.
Drag marks seem to lead to the building to the north of the blacksmiths. The blacksmiths is the one just to the east of you. To the northeast is another building.
All right, so before we get there, Tithla holds up her arm like army style to stop everyone from moving.
Oh,
Tithla puts her hands down to get everyone to crunch down.
oh, yep, sure.
We have to sneak
Raspip's
past.
already down.
We have to sneak past this doorway. We can't let him see us. This is where the Manus of He is. Okay.
Oh,
Everyone ready?
So,
Ready to
can you-
Should,
have you got the
Raspip,
leaves?
you've got no
You
idea what
usually
he's
toss
talking
the
about.
leaves into the
should I
air,
make a
don't you?
distraction?
Oh, it's more the obfuscation of us. You usually throw your
Obfuscation?
leaves. Yeah, you can normally turn us into a shadow or make us fade away, can't you?
Oh, I understand what you're saying.
Oh, that's what I
now.
thought you were going for, bringing us in just to...
That's great. Just cast pass without a trace.
Tithla, as you concentrate and focus, in your toy version, what does pass without trace look like for you?
She throws up a hand and a sheer cloth falls over the group and it's just hanging over them, so they're walking.
It's like
sheer
interfacing for material. It's or partially see-through white cloth, just
Yeah.
cover the group. Yeah, nice. It matches the snow perfectly. Yeah, as you do that, everyone can have a +10 to their stealth checks. I take it that we're all rolling stealth checks to try and avoid being spotted.
ideally.
Oh yeah.
Raspip, you don't know what's going on. No one's explained this to you. You don't have to make a stealth check if you don't want to.
He's not going to make a stealth check. Raspip runs from no one.
Sick.
That's a nat 20, so that's a 38.
38, Tithla.
Oh my god.
15 for Jonor. 5 plus a 10. Come on, Killian. You can
That's a
get this
natural
back.
20 for a 34.
Hey!
Okay. Tithla and Killian,
Oh no, Raspip's going to ruin it.
you just silently, covered in this white cloth, begin walking. And as you stride forwards, you pass underneath the crane, move past the building. No sign of any recognition. It's at this moment behind you, Jonor struggling to stay underneath the white cloth as you move forwards a bit quicker than what he can move to keep up. As Raspip refuses to be covered by the white cloth, waits until you're far enough ahead that he's not got this over his head and hat, and then just begins walking behind you. Raspip, as you pass by the forge, as the others silently move ahead, as you pass by the forge, you hear a voice call out, "I hear footsteps!"
Leave him.
Raspip would like to, as he walks past the door of the forge, open up a bag of 1,000 ball bearings just outside the door and just leave them all there.
Jacob, did he spat his drink out then? That was fantastic.
As you just tip up the bag of ball bearings, you hear a voice from inside go, "I hear hundreds of tiny feet. What awaits me at the..." And then as the figure emerges from inside, I'm going to make a dexterity saving throw for Humanus. Yeah, that's a 7. Raspip, you watch
Yes.
as an incredibly buff toy, shoulder-length blonde hair cut into a perfect, almost like bowl cut but long around his head, emerges from inside. His muscles have muscles. This man is so muscular. And as he strides out, confident, you watch as he steps onto the first ball bearings, goes, "Ah!" Flies over, lands on his back, and then falls down the stairs, rolling to a stop at your feet. As he lies there, he looks up and goes, "I have been bamboozled." As he slowly stands, dusting himself off, he looks down and goes, "You are new here. I know your face not. I am Humanus."
I'm Raspip.
Raspip, your name speaks to the bravery of your deeds, Raspip. Tell me, what brings you to our sleepy little hamlet?
I just sort of woke up here.
Yes, the classic tale. Not quite as exciting as mine own, of course, but that is how most of our less interesting toys arrived here.
Raspip twitches a little bit at the word "less," as a little bit of almost an insult on his height, ever so slightly. Well, how did you get here then?
Oh, it is a tale for the ages. It begins aboard the claws and wings of a rock.
Can I suggest that you tell me quickly, please?
This is not a story to be constrained within your measly time frame. We must address this with the brevity, with the strength of character that this story allows. For my tale, the tale of Humanus, cannot be withheld. You just walk off. As you just all walk away, Humanus is just left there standing. Raspip, you don't get the sense he's noticed. He carries on regardless, announcing,
good.
"First, I experienced the rushing of the wind," as you will just begin walking forwards, ignoring him. As you catch up with the rest of the group, you arrive outside a very large, opened, warehouse-looking building. A small balcony out the front. The front door, made of wood, moves slowly in the breeze, partially ajar. You can see the drag marks lead directly into this building.
Do we poke our heads in the window here to see where this drag has gone to? Tithla, you climb up on, get your leg here. I'll just lift you up and have a look through.
Okay. And then Tithla walks around and stands on the cart that's right there.
Yeah, as you climb on top of the cart, Tithla and look
Wait.
inside.
No. Tithla climbs off. Jonor, thank you for offering to help. And then accepts the help to climb up onto the cart that she was just on.
Nice. As you gaze inside...
Dreamwork.
Dreamwork. As you gaze inside the building, Tithla, it looks like this building was once a tavern or a common house, but...
It looks like this building was once a tavern or a common house.
But it's been left to decay somewhat. Some of the tables and chairs have been upturned. The large bar in the very center has been set up. There's no way you're going to be able to deal with this. And up against the wall is an enormous glass cylinder in place. A figure floating in the gloom.
Possibly glass. Oh, and there's a figure floating in it.
That's what you see?
That's what I see. Or, something like that.
These vials, the last time we were through one of these weird dreams, we saw some of these, right? Is it, I don't know, one of those vials?
That depends. Do we have our memories from the end
of
the
yeah,
last?
yeah, 100%. You retain all of your Blinsky knowledge between Blinsky sessions.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The big back-to-tank style things.
Someone's going to be trapped in there,
How dare you? It is definitely a non-copyrighted, let's call it a Varactor tank. Vactor's already taken.
Juice tank.
Well, you got to go to the next letter, so it's Cacta.
I can't fault that logic. Yeah, as you look at the Cacta tank. Yeah. Doesn't have the same ring, given that
I'm going to be honest, I was hoping anyone was going to at least smirk at that, and I got fucking donuts. I just got 4 blank faces.
I really had to work. I really had to work at my reaction to not give you what you wanted. I could see you wanted, and I was like, I'm not giving it to you.
Sorry, I'm only trying to help entertain my friends.
For non-Australians, do you want to explain why Cacta's funny?
It starts with C, and it's the next letter in the alphabet. That was the joke.
I thought you were going for
more to it?
Cac is we use cac in Australia as a slang word.
Sure. That was not at all the joke. The joke
wasn't it?
Far more simple.
There you go.
Owen, have you met our audience? We've got a pitch pretty low.
They're lovely, intelligent, and brilliant people. It's a shame that you're not.
We love you.
As I've said many a time, the views of Jacob do not reflect the views of the Lost Archives.
It's fine. If you think that I'm talking about you, it's not. It's everyone else. Don't worry about it. It's the other audience. It's not you. You're the exception.
If we need to go in here, then I vote that Raspip goes first.
Okay.
Can I make a suggestion that maybe he doesn't, and I sneak in and have a look?
Raspip is immediately walking towards the door.
Raspip, why are they making such a fuss over a tavern and a door? Jacob, you've been given disadvantage by chat. And I quote, don't fuck with chat, Tithla.
Fucking bring it. Let's go.
I want to point out that I do encourage this kind of retribution from chat against the players, specifically Jacob, when he makes these kind of comments.
What did I do? I'm a victim.
We're going for Davo already, are we? Make sure you punish Jacob with as many disadvantages as you can. Raspip, you don't know what's going on. Why are these guys making a fuss over a fucking empty room? As you move forwards, open the door and head inside. Yeah, it looks like some sort of tavern.
As soon as I open the door, do I see any movement in any way, shape, or form?
Cubbies, get a perception check.
Sure. Nat 1.
Nat 1. Nah, it's fine in here, mate. It's completely fine. You know what the issue is.
You're good.
It's just a tavern. There'll be delicious drinks behind the bar, maybe even some food. It's in a bit of a state.
Movement though?
Any
movement?
Nah, it's all good. It's all clear.
Oh, cool. Right, Raspip steps in.
Yeah, Raspip, all good. You wander on in, look inside. You don't see anything of concern in here. As you look around, nah, it's all fine. You know what the others are faffing on about. There's a massive tank full of what looks like some sort of delicious cocktail at the very far end.
Does it actually look delicious?
Yeah, it's glowing blue. That's the color of...
gonna go suss it out, baby.
Yeah, Raspip with a natural 1. You look over the delicious vial of cocktail. I mean, it could easily... You could swim in this, no dramas. And now that idea occurs to you, you move up looking for a lid.
Is it on a high shelf though?
No. It's on the floor. Imagine like a massive tank, like a Bacta tank from Star Wars, with a blue glowing liquid inside.
I quite like that Bacta tank reference, Owen. That was lovely.
Thank you.
So has it got, going off of Jacob's logic, has it got Cantha milk in it?
No, it's just glowing blue with this light fluid, but I do like what you're going for there, Josh. I like it. There is another bottle.
I really appreciate that you sort of picked the next letter in the alphabet to go with it. That was my favorite part. Really highbrow, really educated there.
See, I'm really simple-minded, so I thought that would be the easiest thing to do.
Yeah, I'm saying not just anyone would be able to understand that. So yeah, anyone who got that really switched on. Well done.
Raspip, as you head on over towards the giant glowing cocktail, looks delicious. As you get over towards the bar and look in,
dips his pinky into the cocktail.
Oh yeah, so it is sealed and there's no tap that you can see. But more importantly, at the very top, the metal bracing that's holding this thing together does look like it unscrews.
I'm gonna unscrew it.
I think also there's a delicious liqueur that you can purchase from the Shattered Isles. The Leonin tabaxi sometimes include the tail of a scorpion in one of their fermented agave drinks. You think this is something similar. There's something shadowy sort of floating in the tank. It looks a bit bigger than a scorpion tail, but then this is a bit bigger than a normal bottle. So it checks out to your natural 1. So yeah, you get to climb up the side. There's a little ladder up towards the side. You climb up to the top, begin unscrewing the lid. As you get halfway through unscrewing, there's a little bit of movement from inside the tank. Just a little bit.
All right.
You're almost at the delicious drink.
As soon as I see movement in here, Raspip walks back towards the door and then proceeds to fireball the absolute living shit out of this whole place.
Wonderful. I suspected you might do that. Raspip, as you get back towards the front door and unleash your fireball, could you please roll me the damage for it? I don't need to make a dex check because of the tank itself.
Does anyone have a counter spell?
I am going to need...
Yes.
I am going to need dexterity saving throws, please, from Tithla, Jacob, Killian, Jonor, and Raspip, as the highly flammable liquid inside the tank goes critical as it is exposed to flame. Raspip, what was your damage?
Did you find anyone in there?
So I've walked to the door.
Yes.
And I've cast this.
Yeah.
Right. Where is everybody else relative to that?
No, the building explodes as you unleash this. That entire vial is full of highly flammable liquid that goes critical the second it's exposed to flame.
Good. I rolled a 28.
28. Okay. I'll need some dexterity saving throws.
Just run my loot and go, oh shit.
Yes.
Radically inspire myself.
I'd allow that. You could do that when Raspip wanders inside the building.
I just think the three of us just sort of pop our heads just around the corner. So it's like Jacob's head appears, then Tifla's, then Jonor's, then Killian's, and we're all just watching.
I like that so much.
100%.
I'm moving you all onto the map to reflect that.
Jacob gets a 7 and Tithla gets a 25.
Okay, it's a pass from Tithla, I'm guessing. Raspip, what's your spell save DC for Fireball?
Oh, no.
Ooh,
13.
DC 15.
15, okay. Yikes.
That'll be a 14.
I'm
14.
a big boy.
You're all in business.
I instigated this, so it makes sense that I rolled a natural one.
Did you say, and Raspip, what was your dexterity saving throw against your own Fireball?
I also rolled a nat 1.
28 damage, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Raspip, you're sick of this shit. You just summon the fireball in your hands and throw it. It's at this moment you realize you fucked up. As the fireball strikes into the side of the glass canister, you watch as a spider web of cracks. Time slows around you, Raspip, as you see the cracks move incrementally across the surface of the glass. And then in a second, as the seal is broken, the flames touch the liquid. and it explodes. This brilliant magnesium white yellow flare. You are thrown 10 feet backwards into Killian outside as the entire building detonates as you activate this. You'll be pleased to know, however, that the figure inside the tank also takes this damage, and a fair bit more, as the massive detonation levels the building. The walls crumble and fall around you, and you watch as a figure bursts from inside the tank, burning with flame and char. A figure wearing a red furred costume with white accents, 4 arms covered in wicked claws, and a mouth filled with sharp pointy teeth, explodes out from the flames, runs to the front door as it gets level with you, and then dies, dropping to the ground, letting out this as it expires in front of you.
But, yeah, Nicholas told us to zap anything that didn't have any emotion, and I didn't see any emotion on that thing when I was in there, so...
You saw fear, don't worry. As it ran towards you, burning to death.
You're currently sitting on my face.
That's a different thing.
No, you can talk normally, Killian, because there's a hole where Raspip's attaches to the staff. You could just talk into that. There's no problems. Sorry, children.
Oh, no, I'm not going to go into detail.
Sorry,
I've
children.
got a woody
No,
nose.
do it. No, do it.
Raspip, you can't detach Raspip. No. As you stand up, Raspip, and look around, the building's gone. It's destroyed. Whatever was here, it's no more. And the burned claws, no more. Tithla, Jonor, you've seen this creature before. You saw it some time ago in one of your previous Blinsky moments. This deranged creature. This one is clearly burned to death in Raspip's fireball. For those of you playing at home, the fire damage released by the inside of that detonation for any creature standing within 20 feet of it, which luckily Raspip said he was moving away from, was not double the fireball damage. It was an additional 10d8. Claws took a total of 74 points of damage, instantly killing it. Nicely done.
Do I go up a level?
We send you Raspip first.
I will say that Dracob is immune to fire damage. So I think Dracob just stood there and watched this whole thing happen.
Is Dracob immune to fire damage? I'm pretty sure Dracob would take half damage from this, correct? No, full damage. Dracob failed. But half damage because it's a fire Drake.
Cool. Dracob is immune because he's a fire damage.
Would it not be
Is he?
forced of an explosion?
Damage immunity is determined by the Drake's.
Shit! Dracob's immune. As the fire damage goes off, Dracob just stands there and takes it like a champ.
Tithla
It's like Michael Bay.
because of Dracob.
Tithla, you take half damage from that, so not 20.
And I did
Oh,
roll
yeah.
disadvantage, and that was still a 17.
Nicely done. Yeah, so Jonor, Killian, Raspip, all of you take the full damage. Tithla, you're the only one who passes. You take half damage from this as it detonates on you.
And what was that damage?
28. So half damage takes it down to, what's that?
14.
14.
Great. And Dracob's fine. Just putting that out there again.
I have noted it down. I'll write it down again if you like.
Yeah, I'm happy to point it out.
There you go, I've written it down again for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Must kill Dracob is now underlined twice.
As the explosion goes off, you
only.
watch as a figure rushes towards you, runs up towards the dead claws, pulling a vast greatsword from his back. You watch as He-Mana strikes, cutting off the head of the creature. It's dead. Lifts it up, puts a foot on its chest, holds the head aloft and goes, He-Manus has slain the beast. Fear not, humble toys. You have been rescued from your plight by He-Manus.
Thanks, I guess. Do you have to be here?
You are welcome. And yes, I am contractually obliged to appear in every single Curse of Blinsky episode. You have
I'm
no idea
sorry, what?
Yeah, you've got no idea what he's talking about. That's fucking weird.
What? Are you okay?
I feel fine. I am He-Manus.
You're saying a lot of words, and I'm a very learned person, and I don't understand most of them.
You were just in an enormous explosion. I wonder if your head, your cranium, has been somewhat rattled.
No, I'm good.
I am
It looks
certain your tiny mind
the
cannot
furnace-
comprehend the truth of what you have just seen.
Are you saying because I'm a girl I have a small brain?
No, I am saying because you are small, you have a small brain.
Yeah, that Raspip, hear what he said about you?
Raspip cracks the shits at that. Oh, jeez.
Fear not,
That's,
your head is disproportionately large for your tiny limbs.
All right, Raspip uses the True Strike cantrip
Yes.
and just points and glares at this dude, just like, say one more thing.
I
looks around.
He managed.
wish that you had no emotion whatsoever, because that would make this so much easier.
Me? You wish I had no emotion?
Yes.
But
would make what
Humanus
he
is
said.
defined by emotion. The emotion of pride. The emotion of greatness. The emotion of fulfillment.
Does it have to be?
Don't like the way you said that, and I feel that I need to punish you for it.
There is
What
no
do I have
need.
to punish you?
Come, come. You are clearly in need of some sustenance. I see you have sustained mortal injuries. You must rest. Let Humanus take care of you.
Go on.
There's something going on by your blacksmith there. Just something is falling over there, and I cast Shatter behind the building to have a massive eruption to get him to run over there.
Jonor, where are you casting it on precisely? I need to know this. Can you please ping the building for me? This is very important.
Okay, so I'm going to go, what's this distance here? Can I get 120 to be behind this left western
Jonor, that's
wing?
close enough. As you activate the shadow, you watch as Humanus goes pale. For the first time, fear etched across his face. Oh no. I must away. And you watch as Humanus sprints towards the forge. Please, calm your rage, power fighter. Calm your rage. As he disappears inside the building.
All right, amongst that explosion and that crack, I think we are known to be here. I think we should probably get going into these next rooms.
As much as I hate to say it, I feel like there's plot in the blacksmiths. But I'm not going there, so let's go somewhere else.
I also want to kill the blacksmith.
You guys are in charge. Where you want to go?
Does he run in through the same door that has the ball bearings out the front of it, Owen?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. I'll make a deck save. Make a deck save. 15. I'm going to say that is a bear pass. You watch as he jumps over the ball bearings, like just doing like a full standing long jump as he just jumps up the stairs and runs inside. A moment later, you hear the sound of crashing and a cry of, "No!" from inside the building.
Can I please cast Minor Illusion over the top of the ball bearings to make it look like there's no ball bearings there, and then call him back out again?
Yeah. What do you say to call him back out?
Yes, we're in need of healing out here.
There doesn't seem to be
Are
any
you?
response
I
apart
can
from a
help.
"Calm your
Yeah, let me help.
rage!" Oh, from inside.
All right, I'm going to go and take a peek.
Got him. Raspip, as you stride over the ball bearings, could I have a deck save, please? You know where they are. You just cancel the minor illusion. You're fine. So you cancel.
17. I know where they are. We're
Yeah,
good.
you just walk over them. No dramas. Raspip, as you head over towards the blacksmiths, you walk up the stairs leading towards the upper layer, and as you peek inside, you see a room crowded with boxes that has clearly not been looked after very well. A moment later, you watch as He-Manus flies out, smashing into the crane. One of his arms has been detached, and you can see it's on the ground next to him. You watch as He-Manus looks up and goes, "I've got this. I have not been disarmed yet. Ha ha!" And then his arm flies out, smashes him in the face, and knocks him over backwards over the balcony as he lands on the boxes below. Striding from inside the room, kicking over one of the shelves, Raspip, you can see a suit of armor, beautifully made, colored this gorgeous, rather garish orangey yellow. A full suit of armor, and as it strides forwards, you watch as the armor turns towards you, cocks its head, and you hear, "Assessing threat. Threat assessed. Minuscule. And then it turns back towards Humanus and begins striding forwards.
I think it was referencing your height again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Raspip's defeated.
Mm,
Is that
Yeah.
all it took?
um,
Don't let us down now.
Andrew knows I'm baiting him.
I know. I just don't want to use all my spell slots too early, but it looks like I'm going to do it.
What's too early? You'd never know. This could
Because
be
he's
the
so
end.
easy to bait.
This could be the end of the night.
I mean, you've solved both of the main mysteries, right? You've located people without emotion, and you've managed to find out why they're losing it. Mission accomplished.
No, I
Yeah.
don't think we've done that yet, Owen.
Oh,
Sorry,
you
I think
haven't?
You've misunderstood.
Yikes. Yeah.
Can I please get you to make a wisdom saving throw for this suit of armor?
Yeah, for sure. It's a suit
Please
of
tell
armor.
me
It's
it's
not
immune.
very wise. It's going to be an 8.
It is now a hermit crab, which I proceed to pick up and put in a bag of
No.
holding.
No. As you cast Polymorph, Raspip, as the magic swirls around your fingers and you point it out, you watch as it strikes the suit of armor and the morphic field resists. The armor has immutable form. It is immune to any spell or effect that would alter its form. As the polymorph spell warps across its body, it fails to transform. Yeah. This is this immutable form. I'm using the stats of some different golems, and a couple of different golems and constructs have this. It's a special ability some of them have.
I like that you added that just for Raspip. That's
Just
good.
for Raspip. As you, I know it's his favorite move to transform shit into T-Rexes to attack, or transform other shit into snails or things. You watch.
I was just going to put him in the bag of holding, and that's it.
You watch as the empty gauntlet turns towards you. Reassessing threat. Threat escalated to small. Calibrating.
He thinks he's bigger now.
Calibrating. Calibration complete. Compromising.
Raspip is going to fire off an Eldritch Blast at this thing.
I'm actually going to get everyone into initiative. As you try to change its form, you watch as the creature turns towards you and rather aggressively. So actually click on your token and then click your initiative. I'll roll for the Power Fighter, which for those of you playing at home, I'm using the Crystal Golem stat sheet for. It
Is the initiative... Hang on.
That's right. What was your initiative, Raspip? I'll add you to the turn.
21.
21. Let's add you now. Raspip, 21. Very nice. Is that everyone in the initiative order sorted? We've got Raspip, Power Fighter. It's not a Power Ranger, it's a Power Fighter. They're different. Tithla.
How are they different?
One of them is a Ranger, one of them is a Fighter.
In name only. Understood.
Yeah, that's it. Tithla, yours was a... What was your initiative? 17. Very nice. Killian, 13.
Power Fighters.
Yeah, that's it. And Jonor, yours was a 10. Fantastic. Raspip, you are up first.
Okay, yeah. I am just Eldritch Blasting this mofo.
Fantastic. Unleash your Eldritch Blasts.
16 to hit.
16 does not hit. As the Eldritch Blast strikes into the creature, you watch as the magic just dissipates across its chest.
And
Assessing
then Raspip,
threat. Downgrading to minuscule.
Raspip is going to immediately leap over the set of steps and out onto the snow outside.
Could you make me a dexterity saving throw? You are quite small. This is a
Probably not.
reasonably large jump.
I rolled an 11.
You're okay. You stumble for a moment, you slip and slide, but you manage to right yourself at the last moment, coming to a rest at the bottom of the stairs next to Jonor, Killian, and Dracob. Everything on your turn? Is that all you'd like to do?
Yeah, that's it.
Go, Power Fighter. It is... Oh, Tithla, what's your dex? You might be more than the Power Fighter. Tithla, you're next.
+4.
You're next. It's -1. Tithla, your turn.
Has the Power Fighter looked like it's gone to attack at all?
It's turned towards Raspip, and you have heard it say, calibrating, compromising, minuscule threat. And it did turn towards Raspip aggressively.
Well, Tithla doesn't understand those words, and Tithla is not the best at reading body language or interpreting it.
Those are facts.
So I think Tithla's going to go, okay, so should we go and check out where those boots went? And like start to walk away and say, come on, Jacob. And use a bonus action to get Jacob to come with her.
Do you want to hold your action in case any of your friends are attacked? You retaliate?
No, because that would be a deliberate waiting. Tithla has seen that nothing's happening here.
Yeah,
okay, let's go check out the boots.
Tithla, you watch as the power fighter runs towards the stairs, does a running leap, and does a power fist right into Raspip. Raspip, as the as the power fighter launches over the surface of the open area, you can see suddenly it burns to life with this golden radiance as orange light shines forth. I need Killian and Raspip both. You're going to have to succeed on a DC Wisdom saving throw at the start of your next turns.
What has it done? Sorry, has it come out of there, or has it attacked us from inside?
It's run out from inside, launched itself over the balcony, and landed on top of you. It's going to power fist you.
Can I just... Has it run through the barbarians?
It's run and jumped the same way you did. It's basically done your exact movement to land on top of you and power fist you. I've gotten to say power fist 3 times in a row, which is quite good. Quite happy with that.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to
That's
power
trademark,
fist,
right?
power fist you. Yeah. It's going to fighter fist you. As it does so, Raspip, that is going to be a 27 to hit. I'm guessing that hits. That's going to be 20 points of bludgeoning damage. It's then going to move next to you and power fist Killian. Killian does a 26 hit you, Killian? Guessing that does hit you. As it power fists you for only 17 points of bludgeoning damage. I rolled a couple of ones there. That's the power fighters go. Jonor, you are now within... Killian, Jonor, and Raspip, you're all within 10 feet. I need you all to make me wisdom saving throws, please.
Now who's looking silly for leaving, huh?
The rest of us didn't get turns yet.
That is not a pass for Killian. That is a pass for Jonor.
Oh, I can use my Bardic Inspiration. I still have it. D6.
Yes, you can. So Jonor, natural 20 for 25. As the light shining from this power fister... Power Fister? I'm calling him that now. Just fails to blind you. Killian, 14 is the DC. You do pass. Raspip, what was your wisdom save? If it's 14 or higher,
18.
you're all good. 18, you're all fine. As the light shining from the power fighter blinds you momentarily, you blink through it. Has no effect on you anymore. You are no longer blinded. Killian, it's your go.
Okay, I am going to... Just want to double check. I'm going to look at it, look it up and down, and then it suddenly starts glowing orange as I cast heat metal on it at level 3.
I don't make any saves. I just take damage. Would you like to roll me the damage, please?
And as it's 3rd level, it takes 3d8 damage.
Very nice. Good, sir. Very nice. Go, power blast! It starts burning to death.
11 points of fire damage, and it needs to make a constitution saving throw, please.
Ooh, I will make a constitution saving throw. It's pretty good at these, just as an FYI. +5. That's an 18.
Ooh, just passes. Just so you know, if it fails, it would have to take it, whatever the thing is that I'm burning off, which it can't because it's itself. So it would have disadvantage on any attack rolls that it has or ability.
Absolutely. I will add 11 hit points damage to the power fighter. Alrighty. Anything else on your turn, Killian, or is it Jonor's go?
I am going to... I need to heal myself a little bit, so I'm going to use my healing light that I have as a Celestial Warlock to heal myself for 3d6.
Very nice.
So I heal myself 9, and then I'm going to do the silly thing and try and move away from it.
Oh, it's definitely going to power fist you.
Yeah.
Ooh. Actually, it's not going to power fist you. Killian, as you go to run away, you watch as the power fister holds out a hand and goes, "Halt, stalwart enemy." It's going to try and cast slow on you. Could you please make me a wisdom saving throw?
I will use my reaction to counterspell it at 3rd level.
Yeah. As you walk away from it, the counterspell immediately breaks the weave as it tries to slow you. Very nice.
That is both of my 3rd level pack slots used.
Thank God he's burning those off, though, because you do not need them later. Jonor.
You need to settle down. just take a little bit of take a break here. Just take a bit of a nap.
Take a bit of a dirt nap. And then kill it.
Take a bit of a dirty, icy nap here, you power fighter. I'm just casting Cash Insidious Laughter on this thing and sending it into a joking fit.
I believe that's a wisdom saving throw.
Got no jokes.
I'll make that wisdom
DC
save.
17.
That's a 7. You watch as the power fighter turns, hears your joke and goes, "This statement is false, 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 bap, 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 bap," and then falls on the ground making that bap, 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 bap noise.
I mean, I didn't think it was that bad, this joke, but oh well. I'll work on the next one.
That's okay. We can workshop it later if you want. I've heard there's been some development in the home entry portion of jokes in that field.
Oh yes, that's wise. We'll deal with this killing things first, and I take a couple steps to the east, the west, put some pace distance between me and it.
As in knock joke.
Raspip, at the top of the round, you are not blinded. You rolled an 18 for your dex save. You are ready to go. The power fighter is prone on the ground in front of you, going. Bap, bap, bap,
What's
bap,
the power
bap, bap.
fighter facing towards Jonor?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's on the ground, prone as well.
I'm going to move over here and then
Yeah,
proceed to power fist it with an Eldritch Blast.
Absolutely. Remember that as a ranged attack against a prone enemy, you have disadvantage with the Eldritch Blast.
No, that's a good point.
Are there other things you'd like to do instead?
Mm.
Do you have any cantrips that don't require ranged attack? Any that are con saves or things like that?
No, not
Chill
really.
Touch, Toll the Dead.
I do have Toll the Dead, actually.
Toll the
Let's do
Dead's
that.
pretty good. It's as good as Eldritch Blast if you get it on an injured enemy, which it is injured. It's taking damage.
Okay, let's do that.
Then I pull out Construct, throw me into Toll the Dead. No, no. So I need to make a con save, I believe it is, for Toll the Dead.
Yeah.
Cool. That's a 13. I'm pretty sure that's a fail, isn't it?
Yeah.
If your DC is 15, yeah, that's a fail. I believe that's a D10 if it's already taken damage for Toll the Dead, is it not? D8.
Yeah, I am. It runs at D12, so I've rolled 2D12. So I've rolled 21 points of damage.
Very nice. Yeah, if target's missing hit points, takes 1d12 necrotic damage. Because you are higher than level 5, it's going to take 2d12. Very, very nice. Sorry, because you are level... where are we? Level... Yeah, 2d12. So, how much was that, sorry?
21.
Oh, that's almost max damage.
Almost, yeah.
Fucking hell, nice. As you... What does your Toll the Dead look like, Raspip? How does it work? Do you summon like a big spectral bell and ring it, or do you just run up and slap it and then run away again?
In this particular instance, it was basically a giant fist that's come at it with a bell on it. And yeah.
Nice. Very nice. Anything else on your turn, Raspip?
No.
Sweet. Alrighty. Tithla, you're up next.
Sorry guys, I thought you were all fine and that this wasn't going to be a fight that we didn't have to have unnecessarily. Turns out we do have to have it unnecessarily. And she takes a couple of steps back past Jacob to get line of sight on the power fighter.
Yep.
Reaches like into her hip because obviously her pouch is like painted on, so just like reaches inside of her, pulls out her
Tithla.
like a little...
Your arrow, you don't need arrows. As you look at your bow, it's the bow as blessed by our Ginvost. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Thank you.
Okay. Jump in.
Takes out a little berry, which is just a tiny little paintball, and throws it at the power fighter, casting Hunter's Mark. Mm-hmm. And then she pulls out her bow that doesn't have a string because it's a toy, and why would it?
Yeah.
And then she pulls it. Arrow appears. She lets it loose twice at him. She has sharpshooter. Doesn't matter that he's on the ground.
Yep.
And there you go. That's how you do it. That's how you do it, guys. Now I'm just trying to get... Oh, and I do slow from Weapon Mastery.
Very nice.
reduce his speed by 10.
Very, very nice.
So the first attack is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
And the second attack is a 24 to hit.
That also hits.
Okay. Oh, no. Sorry, they should have both been one more each, but I think we'll leave it there, right?
Are you using the new version of Sharpshooter?
Yeah.
What does the new version of Sharpshooter do for anybody who might not know?
That's a great question.
Good point,
Why don't
Josh.
I quickly vamp while I scroll to it? Oh, here we go. You can... Oh, maybe I don't. You gain the following benefits. Ability score increase. Oh, this is for the sharpshooter feat. Dex score increased by 1. Bypass cover. Your ranged attacks with weapons ignore half cover and 3/4 cover. Firing in melee. Being within 5 feet of an enemy does not impose disadvantage on your rolls with ranged weapon attacks, and long shots attacking at range doesn't impose disadvantage. So I guess him being prone...
I would also argue that would fall under the sharpshooter.
You're the boss.
I really would. This is an easy ruling for me. Like, the whole point of sharpshooter is to overcome those kind of disadvantages. If it's overcoming the disadvantage of range, which is far more powerful than like prone enemies, I've got no problems giving you the prone as well. That's not an issue.
Appreciate it.
I would rule
So
that
one
as
thing I've not looked at in the new rules, oddly
You did
enough,
fine.
considering in fact one of my main characters that I play is a ranger.
worth a check. Yeah, Tithla.
All right. Let me use this weapon for the first time. See, we're going to have to work on this because that on my screen through 3, 6, 9, 10 D6 and a D8.
That's not right.
It threw,
I've got 5 psychic, 5 thunder, 3 raging.
That's not right.
One.
That's not right. That's not right. Let's have a look. What's going on with your bow,
it's
Tithla?
done one for each of the types of...
Oh,
damage
because it can have different damage types because the bow, it's a dragon.
Yep.
Okay, so this is one of the issues with the new. Okay, what I might have to do then, I might have to just quickly edit the.
That's what, we can just
itself.
play through it now.
Do you want to just roll it manually for me? That's pretty
Yeah,
funny.
I'm
So it's
happy to
trying
do
to roll
that.
it for all the different elements. So normally you're supposed to only get one element, which is based on the dragon, and because the dragon that you have is Arginvost, who is a silver dragon, it's just the frost damage that you get. So it should be 1d8 plus 5, and then you roll an additional d6, Tithla.
Lovely.
That's pretty funny.
Plus an extra D6. That's a 2.
So this is a problem with how they've set it up in D&D Beyond, unfortunately. I'll create a custom magic item, redo it properly for you, Tithla.
No stress. And then, so this is, I don't know if you're just going to let this work on a theory perspective.
Hello.
It's frost, and then
Yes.
I want Jacob to infuse that with fire.
Yeah.
So it would be icy hot.
So room temperature.
Yeah. It would just net out to 0.
No. So your initial attack is let's have a quick look. So have you rolled me a D8 plus 5 as well?
Yeah, that was the 7, I think.
7? I can only see the 1d6, which was the 2. Oh, I see. Yeah, sorry. I see what it's done. Okay.
It's a 2 plus 5, and then it's rolled.
Oh, okay. So
everything
actually,
else
we
and
could have
then
figured this
added
out.
it
So
all
7.
together.
I'm happy to take your original roll. Your original was a bit higher. So what we can do is take the 7 plus the 4, because I see where it's
I'm
on the
gonna
cold,
do it
fire,
again, so we
force,
could just use
lightning.
both.
Yeah, that's okay. So 7 plus. Oh yeah, true. We'll just use both. So 7 plus 4 for the first one. Can you roll me another attack? 1d8 plus 5. Perfect. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, 7 plus 4, so that's 11 points of damage, and then you're infusing this as well, so that's the additional...
Well, I can only infuse 1.
Oh, okay, fair. So for the next attack, it's 11 plus 1, so that's 12.
Plus 1.
And then you infuse, because you did 1 cold damage.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank
What's
you.
your infusion? Is your infusion a d6?
I'm just getting to it. This is going to be something I have to work out because I have I will have too many things spread across too many different tabs.
I'm going to... what you can always do is have multiple tabs
It
open,
is.
if you like.
All right, that's a 2.
Oh, so,
Or-
so the
One
same...
in each browser. Put one in Microsoft Edge and put one in Google Chrome.
Ooh, he said the bad word.
Oh, because I also have Hunter's Mark,
Yes.
which is an extra 3. So
3
just do that
damage.
math, Owen. Thanks.
I've already done it. It's already done.
Out of all of that, that was not a very high number for all that effort.
Tithla, as you unleash 2 very medium arrows, they do a medium amount of damage to the body lying on the ground. You watch as the armor takes the 2 arrows, sits up, looks down and goes, and then stands up again. Oh, well, sort of goes to stand up. It is the power fighter's go. Yeah.
Wisdom saving throw with advantage with every bit of damage. So it's like 3 separate advantage rolls.
Yes, 1 for the Eldritch Blast and then... Toll the Dead, sorry, not Eldritch Blast. 1 for Toll the Dead, 1 for first arrow, 1 for the second arrow. With advantage?
Yeah.
Alright, there we go. The highest I rolled was a 17.
Meets it.
You watch as the golem, the power fister, power fighter, sits up and goes, assessing threat detected. Turns towards you, Tithla, and tries to cast slow on you. Tithla, I need a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage, please, from chat. We are using the chat disadvantage on this one for you.
That's a shame that it cast a spell, because as the weave was forming around its fist, light daggers pierced through its hand and ripped that spell apart with a counterspell.
Yeah. You watch as the magic goes to cast and fails, and you watch as the power fighter stands there and then runs towards Tithla, getting right up in your grill. It can't do anything, though. Next up, Killian, you're up next.
Right. Let's see if I can do this justice. Right. I flick my finger on the cowboy hat that I'm wearing, because I've been wearing a cowboy hat this entire time.
Oh, yeah.
Channeling my inner Luther. And as I flick the hat, that's going to be my bonus action to deal the 3d8 fire damage to this creature with the thingamabob that I have on it, heat metal. There we go. Just 3d8. That's going to be 10 points of fire damage and a Constitution saving throw, please.
It's a natural 1.
Okay, so it has disadvantage on attacks and ability checks until the start of my next turn. And awesome. I just grab the pistol on my side, spin it around, and sort of cock it back and fire it cowboy style at it and do 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Let's see these Eldritch Blasts.
Eldritch Blast. Give me that Eldritch Blast.
13, I don't think it's going to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Natural 20 for a 29.
Yeah, that's going to hit. Let's see the damage.
Crit is max the dice, isn't it?
Exactly.
And then
so we get an additional D10 on top of this, or additional 10 on top of this.
Yeah, 10.
As we remember from the about 4 crits that Tithla had against Raspip when she nearly killed him.
Yeah.
So it's 20 points in total.
That wasn't Raspip, that was Praspip. 20 points.
Yeah, a prick version of Raspip.
That's just Raspip.
Killian, how do you want to do this?
Don't you?
I think the...
Missed and hit Hemanus.
Oh, that is interesting. Yeah, the heat metal has been building up and getting it more red, hotter and hotter and hotter. And then as I fire into a hole that's been made in it at some point, either through the metal breaking apart or somebody else's attack on it, it just explodes outwards, and then a shrapnel piece of it ends up in Hemanus' neck.
Okay. As Hemanus lies there, slowly sits up. I am here. As he tries to grab at the metal embedded in his neck, as blood begins to pool around, and then he watches Hemanus collapse to the ground, unmoving.
Raspip is going to run over to Hemanus.
Yep.
And administer first aid.
Perfect.
What?
Who are
Raspip,
you?
could I get a medicine check, please?
You absolutely can. Give me 1 sec.
I'm waiting for him to say, I intentionally failed this with a natural 1.
No.
I can see where the weakness is, and I pull the artery out.
I remove the spine. I like to debone him like a fish. Squeeze down on the flesh and pop out the ribs.
I grabbed the pillow.
Medicine check is a 16.
Oh, shit! Raspip, as you begin applying first aid, you watch as Hemanus sort of slowly stabilizes as you cover the wound. And then you watch as he sort of slowly sits up, shakes his head for a moment and goes,
as soon as before he says something, I have a feeling that he's going to say something dickish, and I hate it. Raspip is going to turn around and go, "Raspip saved He-Manus! All hail Raspip!"
You think that's us?
There's no one else there.
Yeah, it's just us.
Okay.
Oh, why?
Well done. Good job on the first aid.
This is after He-Manus chopped off the head of the clawed thing that I killed before and took my credit. I have to prove myself better than him.
You watch as
I feel like you are now
He-Manus
justified.
slowly nods and goes, "All hail Raspip, savior of He-Manus."
I don't think that you saving him makes you better than him.
I think it exactly makes me better than him.
Ah,
That does make him your bitch now, though.
but that's different things. You can have like dirt on someone and they still have to work for you, even if they're better than you. I believe it's called blackmail.
I feel there's some intricate plot that we are missing here.
No,
No? Have we
it's for
solved the
D&D
mystery?
After Dark.
You watch as He-Manus slowly stands, wanders over to his arm that's been ripped off, slowly attaches it, and then goes back to the forge and begins beating away at the
He-Manus.
hammer. Yes.
Question. I have three questions. Are you ready?
Yes.
Sits over on the Barbarian.
What
I
gets
am
dragged
ready.
around here? What has boots and then gets smaller boots and then keeps walking? And then what also cat has 6 legs or maybe a single file walk?
I know not what has been dragged. Small boots belong to small boot prince,
Okay.
and a cat with more than 4 legs sounds like some sort of freak.
Okay. That's pretty judgmental.
He-Manus, before you got distracted with your forge and this big suit of armor, you said you were going to offer healing to us.
Yes, I did offer healing. Come, I will grant you healing.
Could I insight check He-Manus? Because he seems very emotionless now.
You can make an insight check, Killian. Yeah, Raspip, as you head over to He-Manus, he gestures towards a small camping bed just inside the doorway. As he lies you down, you watch as he begins to head over and unscrew some jars in a little pocket over towards the side. As he unscrews one, Raspip, he leans down and places his hands on the back of your head, slowly lifts your head up. And then, yeah, Raspip, could you make me a Constitution saving throw, please, Raspip? Killian, that's a 17. Yeah.
My passive is 19, if that
He-Manus
helps.
does seem a bit flat, doesn't he? Hasn't even shouted his own name in a sing-songy voice.
13 for the con save.
Raspip, you feel something wriggling in your ear for a moment. As you go to reach up, He-Manus grabs your hand and holds it down and goes, "The healing takes a moment to take effect." And then you feel fine.
Ew.
Cool.
You feel fine. Yeah, you feel fine.
Feel fine enough to go up some health?
Yeah, Raspip. Yeah, for sure. You regain 8 points of healing.
Sweet. And then I am going to stab He-Manus.
Raspip, you go to stab He-Manus, but as you look at him, you feel this sudden moment, this movement shifting. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw to try and attack He-Manus.
Is this magical?
This is not magical.
I rolled a nat 1.
Raspip.
I have advantage on wisdom if it's against magic of some
It's
form.
not magic per se.
Yeah.
This is the thing that has just crawled into your ear is doing this to you.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's all
it's
good.
it's not magic. As you look towards He-Manus, you feel this sudden kinship with him. As your minds connect, you feel your mind connect to something far greater.
This one is mine. You shall not harm him. And you shall join the hive.
Yes, I shall join the hive.
That was easy.
Non-canon episode, everybody.
Is it though? Remember, there's
Shut up.
always questionable canonity to our Curse of Blinsky specials. Yeah, Raspip, as you sit up, I mean, you guys are all outside. Killian, yeah, something's up with Hemanus. As you head in, you see Raspip lying down. Hemanus slowly healing him. Raspip has his hands on a dagger and looks like he's getting ready to stab Hemanus, but then you see he changes his mind, lets go of the dagger. Yeah, Hemanus slowly stands up.
I don't know Raspip that well, so I don't know that that's out of character for him, so I'm going to walk back out to Jonor and Tithla. Hemanus seems to be slightly emotionless.
He hasn't yelled his name in at least 10 seconds. Hemanus, what strikes you?
No, you should try and say it like he says it. See
metal armor?
if he mimics, if he says it again.
Oh. Hemanus, what strikes you?
You watch as Hemanus slowly turns and walks towards you. The knowledge that one day our forms will fail, all will turn to dust, that there will be nothing when the darkness comes.
That is certainly not joyous. One moment, Hemanus, stay there. Wait, please. I want to check something.
You are injured.
Open your...
Do you not require healing?
I can do
in
it.
A moment. Tithla's a great healer. Just open your mind. Stop coming towards me, and just open your mind for a second. And I'm just going to cast Detect Thoughts on this guy. The spellbook opens, and I say the words, and they depict in front of me, and they sort of gloss over. They fly over towards him, and then go towards his head.
Jonor, surface level thoughts. Hemanus has just healed Raspip, your companion. Raspip is doing much better. Hemanus is concerned about the armor that attacked him, the power fighter armor, and he wants to offer healing to the rest of you. Do you delve deeper?
Absolutely, yeah. And as I dive deeper, I say, what of glory?
Jonor, your mind drops. The dark pool that you find yourself plummeting into stretches to infinity all around you. Midnight. Black. The surface of the water, marked only by the ripples of your fall into it, until you see shapes below the waves. Bodies of toys, just under the surface of the water, all of them. Their minds, bodies, their heads pierced by tentacles that lead back to a large central shape. You see a tentacle growing towards Raspip. He's still moving, kicking a little bit under the surface of the water as the tentacle grows closer and closer to the base of his spine, moving through the water with his undulating form. And suddenly, Jonor, you feel the attention of some vast mind against yours. As the surface of the dark lake breaks, you watch as an enormous brain pushes through the surface of the waters. I see you. You watch as Hemanus suddenly begins to writhe in place. His mouth opens, tentacles spewing forth from his open jaw, and you watch as his head splits backwards, peeling back as purple skin replaces his own. A mind flayer stands before you as Hemanus' form shifts and burns apart. Raspip, could I please get a Constitution saving throw as you feel the sudden urge of ceremorphosis push through your mind?
Don't do it. If you don't roll, then you can't fail.
I'll just take the failed roll as a as a fail then. The lack of roll. Raspip.
I rolled a 9.
You rolled a 9. Raspip. You feel this sudden pleasure begin to pulse within your skull. This figure before you with tentacles is beautiful. There are others, other forms as pleasing within this town, finally unleashed. But these before you, this green-skinned woman, this man with golden yellow hair, and this man with a stupid fucking fedora, they need to be fixed. They need to be healed. They need to be brought to the nest, to the hive. I'm going to get a initiative roll from everybody, please.
Oh shit! Somebody's been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate.
I almost did the whole thing in the narrator's voice as well. I was very tempted.
You did. I was like,
I did a little bit.
heard it.
Yeah, I did a little bit. Sorry, I can't resist. Let me replace He-Manus with the Toy Flayer, and I'm also going to get 2 Intellect Munchers as well. They are the smaller versions of the Intellect Devourers. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Nice.
You can't be calling them that.
Intellect Munchers.
Yeah.
I like that. It's a cute name.
Oh, okay then. My bad.
Yeah. Alrighty. Token layer, and token layer. Yeah, baby.
You had them there the whole time? How did you know we were going to wind up here?
It's almost like you've become predictable.
I'll have to be more unpredictable.
Or more importantly,
Oh, no.
I had various ways that this could go with various big bads, depending on what you guys chose to investigate. So, for those of you who are wondering, if
I'll
you'd gone
have to be
towards the
more
northwest and investigated the cat paws, you might have found yourselves investigating a displacer beast.
That would have been so cool. Why didn't you let me do that? I blame you.
we followed you.
Hey, you made these choices, mate. I can't make these choices for you. Alrighty, that's a 10
Anyway,
for the Mind Flayer and for the Intellect Muncher. For those of you who are wondering what the tokens look like, let me make them really big for you so you can enjoy them. They're quite entertaining. Here are the large tokens. I had fun with these. The Intellect Devourer is basically like a giant brain with teeth on a little cart, or like a little go-kart. Then the Toy Flayer is just a squid-faced. It's just Squidward, but evil. Alrighty, first up in the initiative. Oh, Raspip, what was your initiative? I need to do this manually.
13, I changed it already.
13 already? Alrighty, perfect. First up, we have Tithla with a 20.
All right.
What's up,
Tithla
buddy?
is going to...
You sound sad.
Not sad. Just trying to work out why you hate us and
don't hate you.
don't want us to have fun and win D&D, huh?
You can't win D&D, and you have fun.
I bet I can.
You and I have fun together with D&D.
If there's one thing I learned growing up in my household, it's that winning is everything.
Oh, I think that's not the message that you were supposed to gather from.
That's loser talk, Owen.
Yeah.
Then why do I feel
you
like
grew
a
up in
winner
one of those
right now?
hippie households.
Both my parents were drama teachers. That's very fair. Alrighty. Tithla, what are you doing?
Is going to shift her hunter's mark onto the Toy Flayer.
Yep.
She is going to flank
Yeah.
this way. Closer, but... Yep, and she's going to take one shot at the Toy Flayer, and then we'll start with that one shot.
Alrighty.
Does a 20 hit?
A 20 does hit.
Perfect. Well, I hit the roll button. You work out what it does.
So 10 piercing plus 2 cold. Super easy. You just take the piercing damage and then the cold damage, mate. It's very straightforward.
It doesn't show up on my screen nice and easy on my roll 20.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I
So
just
like
see 10
Roll20.
10d6 appear on my screen.
That's pretty funny. I'll make a custom one so it's easy to see, mate. That's easy enough to do. I've got 2-3 weeks to do it, so plenty of time.
Perfect. And then the Hunter's Mark does an extra 1.
And would you like to infuse this?
And then we infuse that as well. With I'm just going to hit the same Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, that's fine.
The D6 as well.
Yeah,
and
however
that's a
you want to
6,
do it.
so that's 6 fire.
Alrighty. So 1 Hunter's Mark, that's 6 fire damage. Perfect.
And then Tithla is going to turn around for her second shot at the Intellect Muncher.
Yummo.
If there's one thing I've learned from all these years of D&D, it's best to split up and attack a wide array of creatures at once.
Is that the message you've learned?
Yeah, along with winning is everything, Owen.
It's amazing how someone can be so wrong all the time.
That's a 16 to hit the Intellect Muncher.
16 does hit the Intellect Muncher.
I reckon that was a pretty good call not to attack the Toy Flayer with that 16, huh?
I'm not telling you.
I'm just going with it, okay? And whatever that says in terms of damage for that.
So it's going to be 10 piercing damage and 2 cold damage. That's almost exactly the same. Hang on, that's the same one as last time. Roll it again. Hasn't come through yet. Has it?
No,
it has come through. Sorry, it's exactly
again.
the same as last time. 10 and 2.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You're attacking the one near the cart?
The one near me, yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
And then we will... Weapon Mastery for slow. I can do that on both because it doesn't say anything about using an action or a turn. It's just... You use
Yeah,
it.
you can just apply it to the attack, yeah.
Yeah.
I could do it on both.
Yeah, you can reduce their movement by 10 feet.
All right, can I do that on both then?
Yeah,
I
of
didn't
course you
realize I
can.
could do it on both.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, dude. You're so kind. I don't
No
like it when he's
dramas.
nice. He's too confident.
Anything else on your turn, Tithla? I know something you don't know.
I should hope so. No, that'll do.
Killian, you're up next.
The Toy Flyer and Raspip are inside the forge, or they're out on this decking area?
Out on
where
the
they are
deck.
map?
Yeah, out on the deck.
Okay. I am slightly concerned. I am going to have to Eldritch Blast, I think. Yes, and it's the first time that I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast through the loot as well.
Ooh.
I sort of pull the loot off, and I'm like, right, okay. And I start strumming the loot, and I just point it towards and just joing, and then some like musical notes shoot out and hit into the intellect muncher that is over yonder.
Very nice.
Where's my attacks? There's my attacks. So there's 2 of these. So we've got a
23 hits on the intellect muncher.
and a, I don't know what the next one is, and an 18.
Also hits.
Okay, so roll damage. So the first one is 14 points of force damage.
Into the intellect muncher to the north.
Yeah, and 10 points of force damage.
10 points of force damage. As these 2 beams smash into the intellect muncher, you watch as they tear the creature apart, burning away, cracking through its casing, leaving it muddled, broken, destroyed on the ground in front of you.
Teamwork.
Okay, right. And I'm going to move back towards this building, and as I do, I'm strumming the bandolier, and I'm going, okay, everything's going to be okay. Okay, it's going to be okay, Jonor. And I'm going to use Particle Break.
Nice. Very nice. Raspip. You're up
How
next.
is Raspip feeling?
Raspip,
Overwhelmed.
you can feel the connection growing to this hive mind, whatever this creature, this entity, this shared consciousness is. But you can still resist it if you'd like to. This music's
Yeah,
very appropriate,
okay.
as he thinks.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That really is a tough one. I am probably going to resist.
Okay. Could I have a wisdom saving throw, please?
You can have a wisdom saving throw. That is an 8 only.
Raspip. That is now 2 failed saves in a row. As you feel the
Beautiful.
connection growing, you struggle to differentiate friend from foe as you look around you. You are it's almost as if you're under the effect of the confusion spell. So when you roll to attack, if you do any attacks, you're going to roll randomly to see who you attack.
Sure.
Thing about Fireball is that it just gets everyone. So
It's true. It's true.
I was thinking Cloud Kill, but anyway.
Oh yeah, I've got special spell overlay effects now for all this stuff. So if you want to do Cloud Kill, I've got a special one for Cloud Kill. I've got a special one for Fireball. I've got special spell effects for all of them. Animated
Why
ones.
not?
Yeah, I've got
fun.
special animated ones. Yeah.
I think that Raspip is going to turn himself, as well as Dracob, into giant King Kong ripoffs using a twin polymorph.
I already have a token for that. I'm pretty sure. Let me see if I've got the giant ape token ready to go. Let's have a look. You're also turning Dracob.
As long as it's free will, if Dracob wants to turn into a giant ape, they are more than welcome.
Tithla.
I think Dracob would love that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Nice. Okay, the closest I've got is the Gorillion zombie, which is what we're going to
Yep,
use
that's
for this,
fine.
if that's okay. So
Okay,
I'll replace.
so I'm gonna.
I'll place you with this one, Raspip, and then I'll put a
Yeah.
blue one for Dracob.
What are the toy
Okay.
names for these gorillas?
That's a good question. That's right. I'll deal with.
Are they
I'll deal with it.
gorillas or gorillons? Because those are gorillons.
Oh, it's gorillas, but like after the band with a
Yeah,
Z.
the gorillas. Yeah.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Now that I passed polymorph on myself, I don't get my action this turn, do I?
No, because that is an action.
Okay.
I've got a question. What would
Sure.
happen if you polymorphed your brain while a illithid parasite
Yeah,
was in
that's
it?
that's the question as to whether or not the parasite can last inside a gorilla brain for starters. And then I did think about this in the fact that I am now a giant ape, therefore the thing that is in my brain surely may not have the ability to make that
If
work.
I may go to the rules of the inspiration of Owen,
Hello.
you can polymorph or change shape, and then you still come back and you still have the worm in your head
Mm.
in the game
I'm just looking
as a
through.
point of reference.
The worm is still in your brain. I'm just seeing how
Yeah.
it deals with the transition. Okay.
I thought about just polymorphing the worm and turning it into like a giant blue whale or something.
That'd just
but-
pop your head open.
Yeah. Yeah,
It'd be quick. It'd be quick.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you don't know, but you feel pretty confident this will be fine.
Cool. All right. Sounds good.
Oh, yeah, we've had a great suggestion from chat. For some reason, as you turn into the giant gorillas, these massive symbols appear in your hands as you become these giant toy symbol clashing monkeys.
I was going for Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, but anyway.
Oh, we could do that too.
I'm
No, we'll do
fine-
Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. That's also
I'm,
pretty sweet.
I'm fine with symbols. as
Nintendo
well,
sue
but-
very easily, though, so I don't know how close we want to go that way.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I think if this is so high on their radar that they
True.
go to sue, then that's
True.
a win.
That's true. I'll take that as a win.
Oh,
Yeah,
especially
Raspip.
with all the chaos after the new Nintendo Switch has leaked everywhere.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
And if Power World is anything to go by, you're only going to get sued for like $5, so you're fine.
I can afford that. Raspip, what else would you like to do?
Raspip is, basically gonna climb up on top of the building in true giant ape form, and get ready to power slam the toy player.
As you go to move away, the toy flare will have an attack of opportunity. It is
I don't
going
care.
to
It's
use.
fine.
You don't
Big
care?
ape, heaps of hit points.
All right. It's going to use its tentacles to attack you.
Sure.
That is going to be, and you're not a medium or smaller creature, so it can't do extract brain even if it wanted to. It's a 10, misses anyway. Carry on.
Cool. All right, I'm just gonna climb up onto the top of this building, and bash my chest a little bit and get ready to do a body slam.
Nice. The toy flare is going to rise up and levitate over towards Killian and Jonor. It is going to mind blast. It's hungry. It's going to try and tentacle attack Jonor and try and eat his brain. Jonor, you're the most intelligent person here, right? What's your intelligence?
20.
Yeah, you're the most intelligent person.
Nerd. Fucking nerd.
Jonor, that's going to be a 22 to hit you.
Oh, I was going to see a different fate here
Hey,
and
nice.
impose a roll on that one, seeing it go off my precious brain.
As you bend the fates, what roll would you like to apply to it?
It would be a 5.
A 5.
Is what I've got up the sleeve.
Even though it's plus a 7 to hit, that is still not enough to hit you anymore.
Cool.
I'm guessing 12 doesn't hit you, does it?
It does actually. Meets it, beats it. I didn't put on my
What the
mage armor.
fuck?
So that
Oh
was
my
nice.
god!
Something,
Hello,
Oh,
Killian.
well,
because I'm a College of Valor Bard,
Yes.
my inspiration gets upgraded to combat inspiration.
Yes, it
So
does.
if you wanted to, Jonor, you could use your reaction to use that
adds this to
inspiration
armor class.
die, and it adds it to your AC.
oh boy, yes, I would. What's that roll?
He
It's
just
a
needs a
D6.
1 and he's all good. So you can't fail this.
Fail it.
Okay. No, did I get a 1?
Roll.
I got a 1.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
It still just gets you out of trouble as the Intellect Devourer tries to smash you. You watch as the Toy Flayer wraps its tentacles around you, tries to bite you, and you've seen this coming, Jonor. And as it suddenly lurches forwards, the 4 image coming for you, you drop and duck underneath it, just getting out of the way in time as you hear Killian's words of encouragement.
Ooh.
The Intellect Muncher is going to munch on Killian's intellect. Killian.
So there's not much of it.
Killian, it is going to do its multi-attack. It is going to use its claws, and then it is going to try and devour your intellect. Could you please make me a intelligence saving throw?
I can. It's not going to go very well. That's 6.
6. So 14 to hit on the claws. Does that hit you, the claws?
14 does not.
Cool. I need you to take 2d10 psychic damage. And what's your intelligence?
10.
So you take 15 points of damage.
Yeah.
And because I beat you on the intelligence score, your score is reduced to 0 and you are stunned.
You're so dumb.
Your intelligence score is temporarily reduced to 0.
Doesn't that kill? Doesn't any
No.
be reduced to 0 to kill
No,
you?
there's a special attack. So if the total equals or exceeds the target intelligence, I did exceed it. I got a 13. That score is reduced to 0. The target is stunned until it regains at least 1 point of intelligence.
How the hell do I regain points of intelligence?
Read.
By greater restoration.
I can't reduce it to 0.
No, just temporarily. Like we'll remember that you.
I can override it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You can't do it to 0.
Holy shit! That's
My
the
intelligence
intellect
is now
munchers.
-5.
That's the intellect munchers go. Next turn, it's going to try and do a body thief. I think. Yeah, body thief will do. Jonor, it's your go next.
Okay. This might be a problem, but I'm still going to do it anyway. Seeing these critters approach both Killian and I'm going to try and weave my way around this Toy Flayer, get between the middle of Toy Flayer and Intellect Muncher.
Yep.
And probably not seeing the Killian's now deadpan, expressionless face. I'm going to say, Killian, jump into this portal with me. And I whip my hands and sort of pull them apart, pull a rip in time and space, and cast Thunder Step to pull us away. And I look at Killian and say, jump in. And I start to lean in there and reach out to grab him.
I don't resist you.
He doesn't have the intelligence to understand you. As you say that, Killian hears.
I
just look at you.
So willing. So I'm going to speak to emotions here. He knows who I am. I know who he is.
Yeah.
There's danger. He's just been damaged, and I'm pulling him away.
Yeah, you're good.
So
you're
that's the angle. Okay, sweet.
Where would you like to Thunder Step into?
I'm going to go as far right as I can. So it's going to be up to 300 feet. So just right of the map. And it's going to be
boom. And does the thunder activate the place where you left? Does it? Or where you were right?
Yeah,
here's where you left.
We disappear and then it explodes.
I make some dex saves. That is a dex save for the Intellect Muncher and a dex save for... Oh, fuck me. They're both fails, don't worry.
Nice.
Yay.
24 points of thunder damage. You watch as you obliterate the Intellect Muncher in a single thunder step. As you step away, it is vaporized instantly, burning away into nothingness. You watch as the Toy Flayer takes that damage. A couple of the tentacles on its face blasted off in a moment. It looks like that hurt. Yikes. Anything else on your turn, Jonor?
I shake Killian. Come on, stand up. We need to go back in there. Come on, stand up. I sort of shake him to try and get him to his wits.
Jonor, he seems like he's currently stunned, like something's happened to him, and he's unable to respond, almost like he's in shock.
Can a bonus action some sort of insight or arcana? Probably arcana for a magic spell that's being put onto him.
Yeah, you can make a quick arcana for sure.
Natural
1 for 14.
14?
Yeah, so yeah. We've talked about this. Jonor, as you look at Killian, Some sort of weird magic effect is on his brain. He'll be fine.
All right,
Is
leave him be.
thought still going? Is that a concentration thing?
What was that, sorry?
Is detect thoughts still going? Is that a concentration thing?
You detect no thoughts from Killian's brain.
If you do detect thoughts on Killian, you can feel like something banging against something trying to get out, because you said it was temporary. So
no valleys,
like
no
the
lumps,
intelligence is trying to
no
get
crevices, no bumps. Thoughts
I
just
should
slide
not
right
do
off.
this on screen.
That's it for journal.
You detect nothing. No valleys, no lumps. What was it? No valleys, no lumps, no mountains, no bumps. It's all smooth. Thoughts just slide right off as you try and like picture Killian's brain with detect thoughts. Next up, we have Tithla back at the top of the round.
Tithla is going to cast Hail of Thorns at 3rd level.
Whoa. On the Toy Flayer.
Well, she casts on herself and then
Yes, and makes the attack with her bow.
hits. Yeah. So it's a bonus action. Then she's going to attack the Toy Flayer with
Nice.
with said bow.
Mhm.
There it is. That button. That's a 29 to hit.
That hits.
All right. So there's
With Arginvost's breath.
Dragonboss Breath. Is some of those
It's minty fresh, if you're wondering what Arginvost's
Oh.
breath smells like.
spicy.
It smells like
Um,
a crisp winter's morning. That's going to be 10 plus 4, so that's 14 points of damage, 10 piercing and 4 cold.
Very nice. Then
Would
we
you like to
have the
infuse
Hunter's.
this? Oh, yeah, Hunter's Mark.
Well, Jacob's an 8,
Ah, no. So you can't infuse this technically.
but Jacob will.
Yeah.
Tithla can instruct
Command Jacob to attack. Yeah.
Oh no, that would be a bonus action.
Have you done your bonus action yet?
Yeah, ensnaring strike. No, Hail of Thorns.
Hail of Thorns.
What's this for? Sorry?
To control
commanding
Jacob.
Dracob to
I
attack
would
as the
argue
giant
that
ape.
Draco is now its own separate entity because you're using the ape stat block.
It still has to follow the commands because it's still the mental. Like you retain the mental stats. It's the physical stats that change with polymorph. So it's still going to follow the same mental stats. So it's just still your Drake companion. It just follows your commands.
It's everything with polymorph. You're thinking of wild shape.
Polymorph changes intellect stats as well.
Polymorph changes the intellect.
Do you know what? Fuck it. Let's rule it. Yeah, Tithla, its own separate initiative. Dracob for this moment is a giant fucking ape, a giant symbol
Lovely.
clashing ape. It's
So,
Diddy Kong. I mean,
with-
Kitty Dong. No, that doesn't
You're
sound
allowed to. Oh,
That's not good.
I figured that.
Diddy
You're allowed to use Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong in there because
Great.
Nintendo actually got sued by Universal for stealing Donkey Kong and stealing King Kong.
That's
Donkey
fantastic.
Kong. Yeah.
As they should.
Yeah.
Alrighty, awesome.
Sorry, so it was 1 more damage from the Hunter's Mark,
Yes.
and then the Hail of Thorns is a dex save.
I will make a dex save.
DC 14.
Yeah, 9.
Yes. For an extra, it's not great. 14.
14
points of
still not bad.
piercing damage.
Alrighty.
And that is the end of Tithla's turn.
Yep.
No, that's not the end of Tithla's turn. She's got another arrow that
I
she
was
can
thinking
shoot.
that.
That's a nat 1.
That's
for
not
a
going to happen.
12.
Yeah. You just watch as the arrow flies and slams into the wood above the door.
Nice.
Killian, you are up next. We'll have Dracob go on the same turn as
Giant
Raspip.
ape.
They're both giant apes. We'll have them go
Dracob.
together.
Jacob has an initiative that's the same as Tithla's.
Oh, okay, you can have Dracob go now if you like. I was just going to have the two apes
Otherwise,
go
he
together.
would have had to go like a round ago, right?
Yeah, I was thinking it might make sense to have the giant apes go together because that's when he was transformed. So I was thinking it might make sense for the apes to be working
yeah.
together. That was my logic on that. But we can have the giant
You're
ape
the
go now
boss.
if you like.
I'm happy either
Just
way.
because Andrew's already got the stat block open, he can just roll straight from it. Unless you've got it open, Jacob.
I do.
Oh, perfect. Go for it then. Go for it.
Great. He's just going to smash, right? 250
Yeah,
cup.
you double fist, I believe it's called.
It is called double fist. Yeah.
Fist 1. I don't know if that
21
did
hits. 21 damage. Holy shit.
anything. And then fist 2.
27 for 31 damage. Yep. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Killian, you'll go next. You are stunned.
They've got reach 10, so it
you
can
don't
stay
need to
back
move
a
up.
step.
Yeah. Killian, you're currently stunned. That is going to be you're incapacitated, can't move and can't speak. Automatically fails strength and dex rolls. It ends at the stunned effect ends at the end of your turn. I'm so sorry, Killian. You just spend this whole turn just going. I'm so sorry. This is not so much fun. Raspip, would you like to make your rash chimp attacks?
Yeah, Raspip's going to do the same. That's a... so 17 is the lowest of the two, and 24 is the other to hit.
They're both going to hit. They'll both hit.
Both going to hit, and then I'm just going to roll 60-10.
Yep, that's easy. Let's see those damage. I'm so ready.
44 points of damage.
Rash chimp. How you want to do this?
Oh, damn.
Raspip is just gonna like pick this thing up and just like smash it into the ground a bunch of times. Yeah.
As you smash backwards and forwards, you watch as the toy flare comes apart, the tentacles flying off into the distance as the creature breaks apart into nothingness. As you stand above the wreckage of the creature, look down and roar. You see figures emerging from the houses around you. And you hear in your mind, Raspip, join the hive. Join us. And then as your vision begins to go dark, that is where we'll wrap up our Curse of Blinsky Christmas special. But we'll come back. This is the first Curse of Blinsky that we're going to have across a two-parter. This will be... we're going to maintain the
canon, non-canon.
This is going to carry on.
We pick
same
this up
map.
next Christmas.
Not next Christmas. We're going to do this the next holiday special with Blinsky. This will be coming back in. So thank you so much for joining us, everybody. I know we're a little bit longer than we normally are. I am sorry for those of you who are in the southern states. It's a bit later than we normally go. Let me load up a raid. We'll go raid our favorite people to raid on a Monday, which is the Eldritch Scribe. We will get that raid going right now. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful holiday break. For those of you who celebrate Christmas, have a Merry Christmas. For those of you who celebrate other holidays or just enjoy a bit of time off, I hope you have an awesome, awesome time. We will see you all again very, very soon. Don't forget, we've got our Return of the Giants on Wednesday and our Ember Island Players special for Avatar Legends on Thursday. But from all of us here tonight, stay safe, stay well, and we will see you all again next time, lovely people. Farewell. Mwah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.